Hello, everybody. Welcome to Chillin and Killin
Hello.
episode 1. Our first special guest on the show is Miss Destiny Faulkner.
Now I can.
Hey, can everyone hear me?
I can
Let me
hear
do
you
this.
now, yeah. For a second, it was like you're like 20 feet away or
1
something.
second.
But
I'll do that again. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 1 of Chillin and Killin. My special guest tonight is Miss Destiny Faulkner. How's it going, Destiny?
it is good. How are you?
Good. I'm excited to jump into the final girls.
Me too. I'm very excited.
Let's see who we got in the comments so far. Hello, Miss Carter.
Hi.
We've got Brett from Good Real Hunting. Chase Moser from Moser Movie Reviews.
Hello.
Brandon the Bedlam.
Hi.
What else we got here? We got Wolfman from Mega Movies.
Hey, Michael.
Oh, we got Chris in the chat.
Chris.
Oh, what is that? I see some spoons.
Some spoons already. Love it.
What else we got here? Don't want to miss anyone. Oh, we've got Kyle Curtis Flett from Flett's House of Horror. How's it going, Kyle?
Hey, Kyle. Yes, it is amazing. Yes.
We got Shame of the Dead. How's it going?
Hi. Love you
Looks like
too.
a big fan of you, Destiny.
Thank you for joining us.
What's unacceptable? Chad says this is unacceptable.
I don't know.
Come on, Chad, give us a break tonight.
Yeah.
Or at least me.
Yeah, you know what? That's fine. You know she's the boss. Yes.
It's true.
It's super controlling. I actually am, but I try not to be.
The boss has got to control it. That's how it is.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's why I'm scared of everything, because I have no control. But those are my own issues.
Oh, don't worry. Now I'm curious, how many of you are watching with us tonight? We'll get started here in a second. I'm just loading mine up right now.
Yeah. If you are watching, have you seen it already or not? Because I want to
Ooh.
refrain from any spoilers if someone hasn't seen it.
Yeah, if this is a first time watch, definitely let us know. Because it's not something you want to have spoiled for you for sure.
No, not at all.
Oh yeah, Brett's watching on Hulu with us.
Yes. Oh yeah, I was going to mention that. Apparently, if you're in Canada, Netflix, but if you're in America, Hulu.
Yep.
So.
It is not on American Netflix. It is only on Hulu. And us Canadians do not have Hulu, so it's on our Canadian Netflix. Although, if you're in America and you do not have Hulu, oh shit, Netflix is just playing stuff. If you are in America and you have a VPN and you don't have Hulu, you can set your VPN to Canada, and that will give you access to Canadian Netflix. So we'll get we'll give people a few minutes to set up, and then we'll get this going. Let's see here. Is Matt's Halloween Resurrection video tomorrow or Thursday?
No, tomorrow is H2O, and I'll be on there, but then that Wednesday, not tomorrow Wednesday, or that Wednesday, the one after that. So 2 weeks from tomorrow is going to be chat on there for Halloween Resurrection.
Chris says, not watching long, but this is a great movie. Watch it every summer season. I just saw it for the first time back in August, and this is already my 4th time watching it. So yeah. I love this movie.
About the same here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I watched it last month, I want to say. Maybe if not, maybe the month before that, but like towards the end. This one's still pretty new to me, but it's one of those movies, once I watched it, I couldn't get it out of my head. Like because I had rented it, and this is before it was on Hulu, and so, or before I even knew it was on Hulu. So, I was like, man, I don't want to just rent it again. Like, at this point, I just need to buy it, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, I want to rewatch it. But I saw it was on Hulu finally, and I watched it, and I loved it just as much. And now I have a copy of it, so.
Yes, I need to get myself a copy of it as well. Oh, we got another watcher.
Hell yeah.
Okay, not watching. Missy isn't watching, but she's seen it, so we can spoil.
Okay, good.
Let's see here. Brandon says, we need a sequel to The Final Girls. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Make it a franchise.
Yeah.
What would you like
and
to
this isn't... Huh?
I was going to say, what do you want to see in a sequel? But I suppose that would be like spoiling the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I would like to see more. That's my answer. I would like to see more.
Absolutely. Chase says, "Hey, Destiny."
Hey, Chase. And this isn't like that old, so like there's still like a chance for them
Oh,
to
yeah.
do it. I mean,
Oh,
it could even be like 10 years or something, like the Strangers did. You know, like
yep.
we still have a chance, I think, to get more. So hopefully we do.
Well, like based on how how this movie ends, I think they wouldn't need to necessarily pick up from where they ended off. They could be in a future part of it and like a different entry. So I think there's plenty of things they could do with this.
Yes, me too. And I
or
really
even
hope
like
they do.
a Netflix series, maybe like per like movie entry would be cool.
Yeah, that would
Like a
be
Netflix
pretty
show.
cool. Yeah.
Wolfman, never seen this, but I want to. Love for Enigma. Oh my god, you've got to see this movie. This is like an essential watch. It's so good.
It is so good. Yeah, it really like because whenever I'd watched it, I kind of knew like a little bit of the premise, but like barely any of. I guess this isn't necessarily spoiler because it is like the description, but they get sucked into an 80s slasher. That's all I kind of knew about it. So going in, I was like, okay, this is going to be like, just like a fun time. And it is, but it's not always fun. And it completely like blew my expectations because I thought it was just going to be something cheesy, but like with how much heart it has, it really it blew me away. I was like, damn. And I feel like I do see people talk about it from time to time, but I feel like I don't see it a lot, I feel like I don't really see it in too many's like top whatever list. I don't really see it that often, but maybe not more people just haven't seen it because like we're both new to it, so
I think that's what it is.
Yeah. But maybe now that it's on Hulu and it's on Netflix, more people will watch it.
That's what I'm hoping too. Now that it's kind of like a Jennifer's Body thing. Now that everyone can kind of get a good chance to see it, everyone's going to be like, because I haven't showed it to one person and had them say that's bad. They've all been like, "Oh my god, that was so good." Let's see here, Chris. I definitely want to follow up. Oh, go ahead, Destiny.
I was going to say I definitely want to show my friend Maddie it because like on her birthday we hung out together and I was like, "Have you seen The Final Girls?" And she was like, "No," and I was like, "Oh man, you gotta watch it." And I told her exactly like my description to you. It's like, you gotta watch it. And then when we went like out with like her friends were there too, and I was like, "Have y'all seen The Final Girls?" No one's seen it. And I was just like, "Man, y'all gotta watch it." So I'm trying to get everyone I know to watch it. Even my friend at work who doesn't really care for horror, I've gotten her to watch a couple of movies. And I was like, "You have got to see The Final Girls." I told her, like, "I think you would really love it." Yeah. In the same way it affects me, it also affects her. So I was like, "You would love it." Like, and I told her, like, just be prepared emotionally, but like,
be prepared to cry.
You need to watch it. Yes.
Yeah, I hope everyone's got their tissues tonight.
Honestly, I need to go get some. I will be right back.
Sure thing. Chris, I definitely want to follow up. It sets up a sequel so perfectly. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. I agree, Chris. The ending of this movie sets up the perfect sequel. And I really hope that being on Netflix and Hulu drums up enough popularity that we actually get a sequel. We should do like a Twitter campaign being like, Final Girls 2, Final Girls 2, and just keep spamming it at the directors and the actors.
Like, please, we need it.
I ordered Final Girls recently on Amazon. The DVD comes tomorrow. I agree. We need a sequel ASAP. Oh, I need to get my copy of this. Everyone's getting a copy. One of Missy's favorite horror comedies. She loved it so much she bought it right away.
Yes.
She's great. Oh, hello, Lorraine Schmucker. Is that how you say it? As a huge fan of The Exorcist, this movie's backstory gets me so emotional. Yeah, it's hard to not watch this movie and get emotional, even though I don't have quite the same connection to it to say like you would, Destiny. But it's just like it's hard to not have it pull at your heartstrings.
Yeah, and I actually didn't know about like the whole like background until I was listening to a podcast one day about it, and they like dove into that and stuff. And I was like, oh my god, like it's so cool that he can like reflect on his own experiences, but then also he's able to cope with his loss by doing this. And I was, oh my god, I'm already choking up. Hello.
Wait, we're not even at the movie yet.
I was at work listening to it. I had to stop. I was like, don't cry right now because you can't really explain. Oh, I'm crying because of this podcast. Don't mind me. I listened to Betty Davis Eyes at work, and I was like, no,
Yeah.
you're not going to cry right now. It's like you can't really explain that. Like, oh, I'm crying because of this movie, but it's just a song from the movie. Like,
Well, especially after seeing the movie, you cannot not associate that song with this movie after seeing this.
Yeah, and it's funny. My boyfriend, he randomly would sing that song, and so whenever I was watching the movie and I was playing it, I was like, oh, like I really want him to watch this too, just because he. Once we get to a part later on, I'm gonna tell you a story about me crying, and he was just dancing along to the song, and I'm like sobbing because he didn't know what was going on, but he was just loving the song. And I'm just over here.
Well,
Cheers.
it is great, but the way they use it in this movie is just heartbreaking.
It really is.
All right, let's get through these comments. And if everyone's ready, get your movie set to just 0 seconds, and then we'll start in a few. Okay. Get mine set up here. Go.
Oh my god. Okay, got it.
All right, mine's at 0 seconds. All right. Brandon asked if did we watch the commentary for this? I haven't, but now that Destiny has the DVD, I'm sure that she will. And as soon as I get it, I'm definitely going to.
Where's it at? I haven't yet. Because I just opened this today because I just got it last week sometime, but I didn't want to watch it again until this, so I haven't even opened it until right before this. But I definitely would like to watch that. Oh. Yeah. Oh, and alternate endings.
Ooh, that sounds awesome.
Oh, yes.
All right. Yeah. So Brett says he found this flick on his own. Chris says this movie definitely pulls up more heartstrings than I was expecting. Absolutely. I don't think I was expecting it to be. I thought it was going to be like funny, not emotional. Yeah. Because I had a friend telling me about this movie for actually quite some time, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm sure it's good. And then once it finally came on Netflix, I watched it, and I was like, it's so good.
It's so fucking good. That's how I would see some people from Killer Flicks kind of bring it up here and there. And then one of my good friends on Twitter, it's in her top 10 movies. And so, like, I was just waiting to, like, just order it. But then one day I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to rent it. Like, because it was at the top of my watch list for so long. And I was like, I'm just going to rent it and watch it. And yeah, I was just like, wow. And then I didn't do anything for the rest of the day because I was sad.
I wanted to watch it again. I was like, it's so good.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's a roller coaster.
I'm going to try not to cry. I'm going to try hard not to cry tonight. God, give me strength, please. That's, I think, how a lot of us feel. Brandon, y'all do not want to see me ugly cry or see my ugly cry.
And that's the thing. Whenever I watch this, it's not like a little. It's like I'm like struggling to even like breathe. Like I'm like mouth open, tears, snot, like everything. And so I'm going to try to not do that on camera.
We'll see Destiny turn off our camera.
Honestly, if you see me just like looking down, just know like I'm probably blowing my nose or something.
Okay, let's see here. Destiny, don't lean on your hair this time, Good Real says.
I won't. Not making that mistake again.
I don't remember how it went down, Bert, but I definitely remember. He was talking about a movie he recommended. Bert. And yes, you did pronounce the last name right. Good, I'm glad. I hate messing people's names up.
At first, I thought you said fucker. Like, fucker, is that right? And earlier I was like, there's not even an F in there, sir. But then I like realized, I was like, okay, maybe I just didn't hear that right. But I was just like,
I'm just being super rude.
Fucker, yeah. Okay. Schmucker.
Tonight's stream is brought to you in part by Sprite. Not really. Just kidding. I do love Sprite. All right. Is everybody ready? Just let me know if you're not ready. Yes. Post it in the comments.
I got Zarka water.
I like how we're both operating on like not even a full bottle.
Literally. This is like from last night.
This is also from last night. All right, just give people a few more seconds. Good Reel is ready. Freddie. A lot of people
Right.
saying this is in their top 5 or top 3 horror comedies. I can agree with that. When I think of
Yeah.
horror comedies now, the first 2 that come to mind are this, and I think like Scary Movie for me.
Mm-hmm.
I love the first Scary Movie.
Me freaking too. It is amazing.
Let's see. There's another came out around the same time, The Final Girl. I figured it out when I'm buying it online. Not near as good as this movie, in my opinion. Yeah, same movie. I think it was called just Final Girl.
Yeah, because I was at fucking the dollar store, okay? And then I saw Final Girl and I grabbed it thinking this is the one I would see people talk about, but then I realized it wasn't, and I was just like, it was only like $3 or something, and I haven't watched it yet. I've heard it's not very good, so I don't know if I will, but yeah, I bought that instead of this.
Well, at least if it's $3, you're not losing out on too much.
No, yeah, that's why I got home and I realized I was just like, oh, okay, and it's just sitting on my freaking shelf. Because like I know like the people that are in it, like I recognize, especially Abigail Breslin. She was in Zombieland and another movie I watched a while ago, and she was in Scream Queens and stuff. So like I've seen her and stuff, and I recognize one of the guys in it because he looks like someone from American Horror Story. I don't know if he is, but he looks like someone from it. But yeah, I just haven't watched it yet.
I would love another season.
That interesting. Sorry, this is
you're right. I saw a poster for it, and I was like, "This looks like a very generic movie."
Yeah, it all just looks so bland and dull. Like any of like the stills from it, like on the back of the like DVD, I'm just like, eh. Even like the poster, like nothing about it is intriguing to me except for I thought it was this movie. Like besides that, I'm just like, eh.
Maybe it was released like maybe Final Girls came out like the start of the year, and that one came out at the end of the year to like rip it off, not rip it off, but rip off the title, like a Tubi movie or something.
Especially for it to like freaking 2015 for both of them, like that's really confusing. That was because I saw the year too. I was like, yeah, this is it. No, because I didn't know there's going to be 2 of the same pretty much name.
Well, it's not the same thing, but it was weird when you ever see the movie The Turning? Came out like a year or 2 ago.
No, but the one with Finn Wolfhard.
Yeah, it was like this exact same story as The Haunting at Bly Manor, and they both came out relatively like close to each other. Except The Turning was way worse. It was so bad.
That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard.
It's not worth it at all. It just like at one point it just ends, and you're like, "What?" Like it just.
That's what everyone said. Like that, there pretty much wasn't an ending.
It was horrible. Good Real says not in order. Scary Movie 1 and 2 for horror comedies. The Final Girls, Zombieland, and Cabin in the Woods. That's a good top 5.
That's a good list.
Brandon says Happy Death Day is another great emotional horror comedy. I agree. That's a great.
That one makes me cry too, and I haven't watched Happy Death Day to You yet because I know. I feel that one's definitely. I've seen the kill count, okay, because I do plan on watching it.
Destiny.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm terrible, but I know that one's gonna make me cry a lot harder than the first one did. So I think that's kind of why I'm like pushing it back because I just don't want to cry. And every time I watch these kind of movies, I just end up freaking bawling. But even like the first one, it makes me cry. Not like hardcore sob, but like tears go stream down and then I wipe them off. We're good to go, you know. But I think the second one, it's definitely going to be like a breakdown.
The second one's a little different from the first one, but still kind of the same. I don't know. I think if you cried to the first one, you're probably going to cry during the second one.
Yeah.
Hey, Brett, watch Happy Death Day to You.
You know, maybe I can this weekend. I'll probably just rent it because I don't own it yet. I'll probably just rent it and just deal with it on whenever I'm off. Because if I'm watching something sad, I'd rather be off to do it. That way I can spend all day recovering. And I'm off this weekend, so I'll try to watch it.
Okay, so it seems like everybody's ready. So what we're going to do is we're going to come backwards from 5. And when I say play, hit play. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. So everybody ready? All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and play. I have no idea how loud my volume is. Ultra loud. And Kyle, I didn't read that fact yet because we're not to that point in the movie, but if I remember it, I'll check it later. Freaky tried to recreate the dead parent thing, but it wasn't handled as well. I loved Freaky. I thought Freaky was awesome.
Yeah, that's another movie like this.
Yeah.
It still makes me like upset.
Really?
Can't help it.
I love how this little like opening sets the whole like mood for everything. Not mood, but it lets you see everything that's like to come.
Yes. And I love like the cabin, I guess that's what it is. I love it. How like it doesn't really look like a normal cabin, and like the black and the red. Like I love that. I think it's great.
It's like they just built a house and were like, look, it's a cabin. Oh, is Freaky the same writer-director?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Christopher Landon. Yeah.
We need to spam Final Girls 2 at him on Twitter.
Oh, wait, the same director for this?
Is that what Chris meant?
Oh,
it wasn't as prominent.
Happy Death Day.
Oh, okay.
Those are the same.
Oh, this opening.
Did you ever watch 27 Dresses?
I did, but I very vaguely remember it now.
Oh, well, her mom plays the younger sister in 27 Dresses.
Oh, I knew I'd seen her in other things.
Katherine Heigl, she plays like the older sister. Then I think her name's Tiff in 27 Dresses.
Okay.
But as soon as I saw her, I was like, hey, which she's on the cover too. But whenever I saw her, I was like, oh my God. Because I love 27 Dresses.
Yeah, I remember it being a funny movie. It was just so... I literally saw it when it came out, and I don't remember it that well. Time for this roller coaster ride, oblige.
Yes.
Brandon says it just felt more rushed and freaky. Good reel. So cheesy, but in the best way. Can even say it's Gouda. Yeah, thanks, Chris. Freaky and Happy Death Day. He also did most of the Paranormal Activity movies. Well, I don't know if I can praise them as much as Freaky and Happy Death Day.
Hey, I think he wrote 4. He directed 5.
That's my least favorite one.
Okay, but he directed 5, and 5 is my favorite.
Is 5 the marked ones?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That one, yeah. I love that one.
I find 4 was the worst one, though. 3 I like the most.
I still like it. I think the 6th one is the worst one. But I can still also watch the 6th
that one is really bad.
Ghost Dimension. I think 4 and Ghost Dimension were not needed at all. Because 4 doesn't really build onto anything, and neither does 6.
Nothing really happens in 4. Is the girl from Freaky in 4?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I knew I'd seen her somewhere.
Also, have you seen Bad Teacher? With Cameron Diaz?
I don't think I have. Oh, maybe. I'm not sure.
She plays the girl. I mean, she has like a smaller role, but she plays a character in Bad Teacher. She's like one of the students that like the nerdy boy likes.
Oh, I'll have to watch out for that if I watch it. Oh no! Here we go, Destiny. It's hard not to like know something's going to happen in one of these kind of scenes.
I know. It immediately gives me anxiety. Like the first time I watched it, I was like,
Well, to be fair, she's literally not looking at the road for large pieces of time, especially once the song gets going. Chris, I love a lot of Paranormal Activity movies. Thanks to Destiny for getting me on about giving those another shot. Loved them this time around mostly. Yeah, I need to rewatch them all again. Like I remember liking 1 to 3 and the marked ones, and I remember thinking 4 was just kind of boring, and I don't remember 6 at all, but I know I watched it. Wolfman, I'm doing a Paranormal Activity watch-along series in October before the new movie. When's the new movie coming out? Is it in October?
I think on what streaming service? It's being added.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh no.
Okay, I'll have to watch I'll have to watch them all again. Shit. I did not realize it was coming that soon. It's a reboot, right?
I don't even know. I think
I heard
it
was.
is. I think it is.
Goodress is fine. I'll watch the 5th Paranormal.
It's amazing. So you're welcome.
Chris's marked one is his number 2 of the franchise. So sad when her mom dies. Oh.
Yeah. So upsetting.
When I originally watched this, I thought they were going to get hit by the car and then they were going to just wake up in the movie. That's what I thought was going to happen.
Uh-huh.
And then it did 3 years later. And I was like, oh, never mind.
Never mind. That's not what's happening.
Brandon, I don't care much for the Paranormal Activity movies, but I did enjoy the Ghost Dimension. I don't remember it. Maybe I didn't even see it. I think I must have, though. There's no way I would have skipped it.
In the Ghost Dimension, it does have like this one scene, like really one moment, and like the first time I watched it, it got me, and I was like, holy shit, like that was a really cool idea. And they do it twice, but besides that, the rest of it, it's like, I think it's like the most popcorn movie out of all of them, you know?
Okay, yeah.
Like, it's not really scary, it's not really serious either, like it doesn't really add much to the franchise. You get to see Toby.
Yeah.
And like what he looks like. But that's all it is you just get to see him. So.
Hello, Michael Wiener.
Hello.
Chris says October and Paramount Plus, if I'm not mistaken. Awesome.
Paramount
I'm
Plus,
definitely watching that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wolfman says the marked ones is definitely underrated. Chris says he thinks it's a soft reboot sequel. Yeah, I remember reading that just because there's like so much stuff that went on between 1 to 5 or 1 to 6 that they just wanted to kind of start fresh. So maybe it's like a sequel to the original or something. I saw Jack Frost 1. I did not see Jack Frost 2. Jack Frost 1 was actually fun.
Yeah, I've only seen the first one. Oddly enough, I had started it last night because I wanted to watch something while I went to sleep. And I was like, you know what? I just want to watch a Christmas horror movie. So I put on The Last Drive-In, the Jack Frost episode. Okay. Yeah, so I watched most of it last night before I went to bed. But I haven't seen the second one yet.
A great Christmas horror movie. Well, I guess it's kind of Christmas thriller horror movie that I watched for the first time this Christmas was Better Watch Out.
So did I. I watched it for the first time. Yeah. I liked it. I hate the kid, which you're obviously supposed to hate. Hey, Bacon. Yeah. I wanted to see more of like a demise for him. I wanted, little spoiler alert, I wanted her to beat the fuck out of him. Like I wanted her to like.
That should have happened.
Yeah, and I'm kind of disappointed we didn't get that. But besides that, like I enjoyed the movie, and I'll watch it again every December now.
I like how in this scene they basically blackmail her into going to the movie of her mother that passed away.
Yeah, it's like that's like, I mean, it's cool, but also still like that's still hard for someone. Yeah. Even if it's been 3 years, like that's still hard.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool that like she's a piece of her mom is always going to be there.
I think that would be cool.
She can always go back and watch this and see her mom again.
Yeah, that's good. I watched one clip of the Final Girls on YouTube without context, and afterwards I got instantly hooked. I didn't watch the trailer, so Max's mother's death by the car crash, I was shocked as hell crying. I didn't watch anything going into this. It was just word of mouth, and then I was completely surprised by all of it. It was great.
Yes. Pretty much me too.
Ooh, Toronto Freddy.
Rubbing it right there. Hi, Freddy.
Bacon's favorite one is number 4. Interesting.
Yeah. I could still have fun with it. I could still watch it just because I love these movies growing up.
Yeah,
I rewatched them all the time, so
I gotta
still enjoy
rewatch the whole franchise now, especially with that. I don't know how I missed that one coming out so soon.
Mm-hmm. I got my set from like Walmart, and it has all 6 of them, and it was like $10.
That's great.
So if you can find that, I definitely recommend it because it's cheaper than buying them all individually, really.
Yeah.
Especially if
I
you
would
just
never
want to
buy
go
them
on
individually.
rewatches. Yeah.
Chris says right off the bat, this in this movie, it pulls at the heartstrings.
Mm-hmm.
Toronto Freddy, I love Jack Frost. Michael Keaton is fantastic, and it was a lot better. I was expecting it to be terrible, and it was actually fun.
I thought
the first
it was
one,
fun too. And I think the second one, I think it's like in the same vein. And I've heard some people actually like the second one more than the first one. So I definitely want to watch it. Hopefully
Brandon
this
says,
December.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it. I'm definitely watching it again. The first one, and then I'm going to watch the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon says, I love the Home Alone kill and better watch it.
Yeah,
that was pretty brutal.
That was brutal. And I like when the blood and the paint mixed on the floor. I thought that was cool.
Yep. I love her. She is probably my favorite character in the movie.
She is so great. And he's so funny.
Every line is just gold from her. Nina Dobrev is very funny. She's the star of Vampire Diaries,
which I have not seen, but I knew she was in it.
I've seen the first few seasons of it. It was actually pretty good, and then it was kind of
Yeah.
Chris says, I also went into this movie completely blind. I don't even remember how I discovered this movie, to be honest. I just heard horror comedy camp slasher that basically spoofs F13, and that's what sold me on it. Yeah, just from word of mouth for me too, and I just jumped into it and loved it. Gotta love that Fright Night poster right next to Camp Bloodbath. Yeah. I just watched Better Watch Out last December for the first time. Same here, Chris. It's the first time I saw it. And there was another, it was like 2016, I think, and I missed it. And great movie.
Yeah.
It's not just the Adderall.
Not just
Child-sized popcorn.
Oh my god, she's ridiculous. But make sure to have half of it out. Don't know. I worshipped you then. He's great too.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I like how they hint at like another film right here, and they don't really say it. They can't. Bloodbath 2, Cruel Summer. Nice nod to the end.
Yes. Also, it kind of looks like The Burning because it has.
Yes.
Yeah. And I love the fucking title card for this fake movie. It's great. I love it.
You know what? It would have been too much for them to do, but I would have loved in the special features if they had like a 20-minute Camp Bloodbath movie. You know what I mean?
Yes. We're here. Little fun fact. Did you know, I can't remember her name in this movie, but what's her name? The slutty one.
Oh.
Right here? I know who says her name. Is it Tina?
Tina, I think is the name, yeah.
I think it's Tina. Harley from Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, the one that dresses up as Can I have like one actual final thought?
Is it not coming out?
No. The Harley, the one with the black hair, I guess, from Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, one of Laurie's friends.
Yeah.
It's the same girl. I found that out.
Oh, you're right. You are right. Yeah, I definitely. Poor girl. She has a rough time in that movie.
Oh, whatever. I mean, yeah.
No. I don't mean because of the movie. I mean the character gets. Not a good ending.
No. I mean, neither of her friends do.
No.
But yeah,
Lori.
no.
All her friends get killed in that one too, don't they?
Yeah. All 2 of her friends.
Oh yeah, well, 2
Yikes.
friends and Annie.
Yeah. Well, and Annie, yeah.
Yeah. Well, her and Annie are like frenemies at that point, I guess. But.
Yeah. Her 2 new friends. So this might be bad.
Do any of you guys own the Ginger Snaps trilogy? And have you guys seen American Mary starring Catherine Isabel? Destiny, I think you told me on Twitter you've seen it before.
Yes. I was actually watching Ginger Snaps 2 today while I was at work, and I didn't really have time to finish it. So I think after we get off here, I'm going to watch some of it before I go to bed. But it's my first time watching, and then after that, I plan on watching Ginger Snaps Back, the 3rd one. And I don't own them yet, though. I do want to order them, especially because I love the first one so much.
Oh, yeah.
That one was really great.
I really enjoyed both the first 2.
Have you seen the 3rd one?
I have. I don't remember it that well. I watched it when I was younger, so I don't think I paid as much attention to it as I should. It's like back in time or something like that. Like they don't go through time, but it's like back in the day or something like that.
Yeah.
But I did remember it being okay. I remember liking the first 2 a lot more.
Yeah. And I really enjoy I think I have like 45 minutes left. So I've seen like over half of it now. And I'm really enjoying this one too.
The best part's the second half.
Yeah, this is like, I'm right at the point where shit's about to go down.
Oh, shit's going down right now in the movie.
Oh, yeah. Everything's on fire. Oh, this is terrifying. I'm so scared to go to a theater, and if there's like a shooting or something, like I'm so scared, or even something like this, something to where you can't get out because it's so enclosed. Like, it's terrifying.
You'd be in this theater and an earthquake goes off or something, depending on where you are. So what do you guys think here in the comments when they actually cut through the screen and go through and they end up in the movie? What do you think happened? Do you think that they died in the fire? Do you think that something magical happened? Do you think it's them, like they pass out from the smoke and it's all in their head? Like, what do you guys think happened? What about you, Destiny?
I think it's something magical that is
magical?
Happening.
I
think there's a lot that's like in like real life that is being like, because it shows them like drinking and then smoking, and I know like that leads up to the fire, but the way it's all like connecting, and whenever he's slashing and she's like slashing as well, I think it did something.
Yeah, I don't think they're dead.
No,
I haven't seen American Mary, but I remember you posting about it recently, didn't you?
Yeah, I watched it for the first time like a few months ago. Catherine Isabel is like the star of that movie, and she's great in it.
It's so funny. I'm just reading Toronto Freddy's comments. There's 2 different Jack Frosts. There's the horror one, and then there's the family one. And when someone mentioned Michael Keaton earlier, I was like, oh yeah, it's a great horror movie. And I got them mixed up.
Because I haven't seen like the like non-horror one, so I didn't even know if he was in that one or not, so I didn't want to say anything. I
don't know who the voice actor is for it. I was just thinking the voice actor, and I was like, oh.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Chris says, I owned the first Ginger Snaps, and I saw American Mary for the first time about a month or so ago. I gotta watch it.
It is really good. It has like a lot of the type of horror that I don't like. I don't really like body horror, like mutation horror, and that's what it is pretty much. And so a lot of it I was like, or I'd like squint with one eye because like I don't like anything with like skin, and there's a lot of that. But the movie was still great. Just it really made my stomach feel nasty. So I don't know how often I can rewatch it, but it was great.
It's like one of those kind of torture porn movies from the early 2000s.
Yeah, it's like really, because she's wanting to be a surgeon, so she starts performing certain acts. There's one that I was like, I had to like pause it for a second. I was like, I need some water.
I gotta watch it. Goodreal says, or Brett says, Angela Trimber is Tina. She does an amazing job.
Yes, she does. Another 92 minutes later.
Kyle says, has anyone seen Camp Coldbrook? It has Danielle Harris and Chad Michael Murray. I think I've heard of it, but I don't think I saw it.
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it yet.
I recently watched America Mary, and it was so deliciously disturbing. Catherine Isabel was amazing in that film. She's one of my top 5 favorite female actresses. Yeah, I think she's pretty great. I always feel like ever so slightly sad when she dies in Freddy vs. Jason.
Yeah, because I really like her.
Yeah.
She just has like a certain energy about her.
Yeah.
And I loved her in See No Evil too. She was
Yeah,
like,
those are decent movies.
Yeah, she was one of my favorite characters just because she was so like over the top and a lot of like fun, really. I loved her in that one a lot.
Yeah, I feel like there's something else I've seen her in that I'm forgetting, but I definitely loved her in the Ginger Snap movies. Or in the first one and third one, anyway. From what I remember, I've only seen Ginger Snaps back once. It's very much like Fear Street 1666, where the same actors play different characters, but takes place in the past. Yeah, that is what it is.
Are you guys poor?
Brett thinks that them going in is magical. Toronto Freddy thinks it's a supernatural thing. Chris thinks it's a magic as well. It's not explained, but I kind of like that we don't know for sure. Yeah, I mean, how else are you going to get sucked into a movie and have them all experiencing it at the same time?
Right.
I would agree if they didn't wake up in where they wake up at the end.
Yeah.
Question to you all. If you found yourself trapped in a horror movie, what would you prefer it to be? Not a Jason movie after 6 and onwards, or a Freddy movie.
Yeah.
Halloween might not be so bad because you just gotta not be stupid. Scream might not be too bad because then you got a human killer. I don't know. Chucky, you could kick him across the room.
Honestly, yeah, for sure.
Hellraiser, because I wouldn't open the box.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah, I would not be fucking with that thing.
Nope.
I would probably like to do like a slasher, but like a human slasher. Something like the Prowler or like the Mutilator, something like that kind of slasher. I would like.
Yeah, that wouldn't be. At least they're human. You have a chance.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like how the bird landed on the title screen there.
Yes, so cute.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. A human killer like Scream would be easier, Chris, than facing like Michael or Jason or Freddy.
Definitely, yeah.
I feel the same about the Human Centipede Destiny. I can't watch it like that. I've watched the first 2, and I just don't care to ever watch them again. They weren't even good movies, really.
No, I watched the first one once. I don't care to see the rest. That was enough for me.
Hey, Lincoln, how's it going?
Hi.
Chris, loud noises. Or Chris, Chad. Ooh, messing up. Yeah, I agree. Right, it's really good. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. Yeah, that scene where a mother leans up in the back seat for the first time is like, ooh.
And I like the way that they do it, how they are focusing on her reaction to it, because she realizes, like, holy shit.
Yeah. I like how they're like, oh shit, let's go watch her get killed.
Yeah. It's awesome.
He is honestly my only like ever so slight issue with this movie. Like I find everyone does such a great job in like their role, like bang on, and then he's the only one that like overdoes it just a little bit. I find. Yeah. Like Tina, she's a like perfect, like bang on. I wouldn't want her to change anything.
Amazing.
And then he's like, there's just something about him. It's just not quite there where everyone else is.
I would have to agree with that. Yeah. Oh my god.
Nina Dobrev, like, why am I in this movie with him?
Literally. Sometimes.
Shame says the horror movie I want to be trapped in would be Jennifer's Body. I would love to be either eaten by Jennifer Check, or seduced and turned by her, so we can eat either girls or boys. That would be awesome. Oh, that's an interesting turn of events if you get turned into whatever she is.
Yeah. That would be fun. I saw this one tweet my friend sent me. It's like, if I was Jennifer's friend, I would simply help her. It's like, wouldn't try to kill her. I would just help her.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, honestly.
Just hope she never turns on you.
Yeah. I would want her to, like, turn me into whatever she is. Little demon. Because, like, Needy gets part of that, so.
It's true.
I don't think she gets the hunger, but she definitely has the powers.
It's been a while since I've seen Jennifer's Body, actually. I kind of forgot that part.
Yeah. Gotta rewatch it.
My first time watching this, like, every time she was with her mother, I'm just like, tell her she's your mother.
I know. The whole movie, I was just like, she needs to know.
Yeah. Chris says he loves the way they all slowly start to realize they're in a movie. Yeah, I like that too. One of my favorite things is the trigger phrases they have for like certain sequences to happen, which isn't happening for a bit, but I love that. Chris says, Des, your hair is cute.
Thank you. I kind of didn't have time or the willpower to do it, so I just put it back in my little clip.
Brandon says, can you guys be imagining stuck in a Friday 13th movie with these characters? It depends. Am I stuck in it like in this kind of situation, or am I one of the characters too? Because if I'm one of the characters too, we're probably all going to die if these people are like the only people there to help you.
Yeah, definitely. But I think it would be a fun time before we all went out.
Yep.
They just seem like overall like fun characters.
Depends. If we get stuck in Friday 2, we have a good shot.
Yeah.
Chris says, if I wouldn't be eaten, I would love to be in the world of Jennifer's Body.
Yeah.
Well, obviously Destiny's going to eat you in chat so she can take over House of the Living Dead.
And then it'll be my own channel. That's in the plan all along.
Brandon says, you would eat the boys too, Destiny? ?
Yeah.
If you mean Chris and Chad to take over the channel, definitely.
I would eat boys. I would eat girls too. Why not?
I mean, if you're hungry and
But my main
somebody's there.
objective would be boys. Yeah.
I know, Chris. I got to rewatch it. It's been a couple years since I've watched Jennifer's Body. Miss Carter wants to be stuck in Friday 4. She'd love to be stuck in with Teddy Bear and Jimbo. Oh, you like Teddy Bear and Jimbo, do you, Miss Carter? I would want to be stuck in... Who do I want to be stuck with? Maybe Tommy from part 6? I don't know. I know we aren't there yet, but I love the way they handle the flashback scenes. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Oh, this is great. I can't believe we're just going to watch someone casually get murdered. What is this, Detroit?
And I love this too, that they can hear the music in the movie. I love that.
I like that too. It makes it even more meta.
Yes, exactly.
I'm sorry, Chris. You're all C's.
Honestly, there is a lot of C names.
Yeah. Chris says she's already eating us emotionally. I don't know. You guys tease her a lot more, I think.
Yeah. You really do. I don't tease. I just give looks.
I like how the one guy in the end is like, yes.
I love how excited Duncan is for all this. He's fully invested. He's fucking smiling right now.
My favorite reaction, I just keep looking at Nina Dobrev. I don't know why. She's like,
Duncan.
Toronto Freddy would also love to be in Jennifer's Body. You'd love to until she eats you. Lots of fourth wall breaking in this movie, and I fucking love every minute of it. Yeah, it's really great. Yes, Chase, we know you, Chase. Good Real Hunting. Love the Mask of the Killer. Yeah, I think it's a great sub in for a Jason mask.
Yeah. Have you seen Scare Package yet?
I don't think so. Is that on Shudder?
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't watched it yet.
There's a character called Rad Chad from Scare Package. After I watched it, he reminded me a lot of him because it's the same sort of character.
This guy here reminds me a lot of the stoner character from Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah,
like he
they
looks
kind
like
of
him.
look alike. Yeah, they do.
The first time I watched this, I was like, "Is that him?" And then I was like, "No, it's not." You always have sass, Chase. This isn't. We know this.
Yes, me sass. Oh god.
Oh, I see what you mean. Trying to.
I was so tense whenever I first watched this whole scene. I was like, ugh. Oh, no. You did piss your pants.
When this first happened, I also thought that maybe they would wait 90 minutes to see if he like came back or something like that.
That's what I love, because watching this is like I didn't know where it was going, because I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, maybe they're gonna do that, or maybe like that's it, or maybe I don't know. And that's what I loved about this, because like I think you really don't know a lot that is going to happen, because I feel like they can take it so many ways.
Yeah, I like here that they show that they can't leave the grounds.
Yeah, I
get
can't
stuck
watch
in the
this,
loop.
so it makes me a little dizzy.
Duncan was the Randy of this film. He was one of my favorite characters. Tina was most likely my favorite of the counselors. I couldn't stop laughing whenever she was on screen. Tina was perfect.
Yes.
Thank you for showing me Scare Package as well, Destiny. I need a Rad Chad's Horror Emporium t-shirt. I gotta watch that now. There's a couple Shudder movies I gotta watch.
And that one's an anthology, so some segments, there's like 2 of the segments that I don't really care for, but I think everything else, and then like the running story is like the best in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Chase. How Chad would react to meeting Jason, basically.
Wow, you're really bad.
Chad would definitely square up with Jason.
Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't expect anything less, honestly.
No. Brett says, "I love you, Dad. Favorite line in Scare Package."
It is so fucking amazing. It's so funny.
I think it was Brett. Brett says, "Wonder if this song scene is a nod to the Friday 13th." I think it definitely was, because they even have like yellow shirts or whatever, don't they? Or she does, at least 2 of them. It's funny how they make her out to be like such a big deal.
I know, right? And she's supposed to be the final girl.
Yeah.
But I feel like she doesn't have like, she has a different final girl vibe. You wouldn't probably expect her to be the final girl, because it's usually more of the shy, timid one, but she's like all out there, really.
She kind of reminds me of like a, what's her name, Debbie from Nightmare 4. Is that her name, Debbie? The girl who does the working out.
Yeah, I think that's her name. Yeah.
She kind of reminds me of that a little bit, even though this girl's probably more like punk rock than her.
Yeah.
I think it's Bretty. Oh, Brett. John Freddy says, "I love anything that Thomas Middleditch is in. Guy's a comedic genius." I would want Jason's autograph or take a selfie with him if he was generous enough not to kill me. Well, you just got to get him at like the end of his movies when he's being killed.
Just really quick, run up and take a picture and just fucking sprint off.
Yeah, or
that's
like,
not my business.
You got to get into like part 7 before he's freed from the lake and just swim down and take a selfie, but don't get too close.
Don't get too close.
It is Debbie, right? It's interesting that when they're talking to the movie characters, that there's even other lines that they're able to say. Like they're not just programmed with the lines that they said when they filmed the movie.
Yeah. That scene right there, I was just like, is he actually supposed to be gay? Just because he's like seems like a pretty cool lifestyle, actually. It takes a second to where he's like,
huh.
Really thinking about it. He's like, huh.
I'm sure if there was a part 2 and he was in it, they might explore it or something. Maybe not explore that specifically, but I remember seeing an image from, you know how like basically not the post credit scene, but like the end scene is like the hospital or whatever. I seen a picture of him at that hospital, so I don't know if he was supposed to be in that end scene at some point, but
that's one of the deleted or like the alternate.
Oh, it's the alternate. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Very bad.
Chris, I'm honored to walk alongside on this YouTube with Jason Voorhees. I never thought it would happen when I started, but it's pretty cool. I'm honored to work alongside on this YouTube with Jason Voorhees. Yeah. It's pretty great that we have our own resident Jason to have on the channels.
Honestly. I like him a lot in this scene, actually. I think this scene, when it's more toned down with him, you know, and not like over the top, I think this is pretty fun. And I like this too.
He's like, don't you dare have sex.
I'm going to cut it off.
I like this scene. She's like, I know what's going on here.
Where do they keep the chainsaws here?
The look on Paula's face. Give Tina those Tic Tacs, Brett says.
Yes. The Tic Tacs. He's napping somewhere.
Yeah, I like how the music cues like tip her off there a little bit too. Now we just need a Charles Lee Ray / Chucky on this chat, and then we're all set. I do have one on my Facebook, Shannon Morris, who's playing Charles Lee Ray in the Charles fan film coming up soon. But I doubt I can get him in the chat right now. He's probably busy.
You know what that scene reminds me of when she's like spraying the perfume around the room?
What?
From Friday the 13th Part 2. Valerie, is that her name?
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
Like the brown underwear, because she's like spraying perfume like all over herself and stuff. Yeah. It reminded me of that. Cause like that's still a lot of perfume.
Yeah, it feels like her mother should have been, just based off her character description, should have been like the final girl. But I guess she had sex in the original version of the movie.
Yeah, definitely. If she wouldn't have, she would have definitely been that final girl of the movie. Even though the other Paula doesn't have sex either, but she fits more of that stereotype of the final girl.
Yeah.
Make a wish. They both, ew.
Like others like, do you hear that? He's like, oh shit, somebody's having sex.
Have you seen The Town That Dreaded Sundown, the 2014 one?
Yes.
I feel like this has like a lot of the same sort of like stylized, you know how that movie was, and the camera movements and how the camera moves around a lot too. Whenever I was watching this, it reminded me of that, which is how the camera is constantly like in motion almost.
If you guys haven't seen either of The Town That Dreaded Sundowns, you should definitely watch them because they're great horror movies.
Definitely, and I watched them back to back one day.
Yeah,
and I think that was like a lot of fun to see them and see how different they were. But I enjoyed both of them a lot.
That's what I did too. It was cool seeing it's like the second one is like, it's not a remake, but it's like some sort of sequel documentary thing or something. It's kind of hard to explain.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's hard to explain.
Yeah. Oh, I love this.
That movie is in the movie.
Guys.
And like as soon as she said, it's like it all started, and then everyone dropped what they're doing and start walking over there to sit down.
Yeah. This was a great idea, the flashback sequences.
Yes, and I love that it's in black and white.
Mm-hmm.
Are we home?
Am I having a stroke?
Am I having a stroke?
Chris says, another thing I love about this movie, they take the traditional stereotypes and tropes of these movies and completely twist them in a really fun way. Yeah, it's not always in, like, some things you can kind of guess a little bit, but they're usually like nice surprises, especially on the first time watch. You're not going to guess how the movie's going to go for the most part.
Yeah.
I like how he steps over the letters here.
Yes. Oh.
When I originally watched this, what I thought was going to happen here was that they were going to like save him from being bullied and then change like what happens in the future of the movie, and then maybe somebody else would be the killer because of that. But obviously that's not what happens.
That would have been a cool idea too. I thought they were going to help him.
Yeah. Brandon says, I've never seen purple underwear before, Calvin. This film threw in so many classic homages to several horror films and iconic kills. I wish we had a sleeping bag kill from Friday the 13th in this film at some point. A very big missed opportunity. Yeah, I feel like they should have started to do it, and then someone could have like flown out of the sleeping bag instead of like, staying in it or something.
That would have been really cool to see.
Chris says, I didn't care for the original, but the 2014 one was more fun to me. I also watched them back to back. I almost feel like you almost have to watch them that way. Yeah, I wouldn't want to watch one and then watch one like 6 months later, the other one 6 months later or something like that. We're in a flashback. I did ask on first watch why didn't the characters try to help? Yeah, especially in this scene when the kids are getting killed. Why did they just watch the kids get killed?
Yeah, but it also makes me wonder, like, they are there in the scene, obviously, because she just got that blood on her, but, like, he's not really paying them any mind either, you know?
Yeah.
So it makes me wonder if they're just, like, stand-ins there, but they can't actually do anything, and they're just, like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
No.
Like,
well,
it makes me wonder if they can only just watch what's going on.
They probably couldn't have done too much anyway, because even if they woke anybody up, that part of the flashback only lasted like 15 seconds, so they would have been flashed out of it immediately. Although maybe they could have grabbed a hold of somebody and pulled them into the next part of the flashback. But
yeah,
I think just because they're from this part of the movie, that they can't even necessarily stay in the flashbacks. We kind of see an example of that later. Why am I colorblind? I love that line in the flashback scene. That was a great one.
That was funny. Am I having a stroke?
This is great too.
Yes.
Tell her she's your mother.
And I was like, say it.
I was hoping she was going to say it there.
Duncan. Damn it. No, you killed Duncan. Oh.
Ugh. And then goodbye, Final
Don't
Girl.
move. Final Girl's dead.
Brandon says that line was from Back to the Future because both Marty and Adam Levine were both wearing purple underwear. Oh, okay. It's been a while since I've watched the Back to the Future movies.
I've only seen it once. But I do remember the Calvin now that you say, because she thinks his name is Calvin because of his underwear.
Yeah, I do remember that. It has been quite some time since I've watched them. I don't even remember what happens between Child's Play 1 and Child's Play 2. Or Child's Play 1.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
Wrong movie. Back to the Future 1 and Back to the Future 2. I remember the third one is like a back in time kind of like Western one.
Really? So we're in the movie. I love those because they're not big. Really real.
You're real here. That's the guy that liked the post about us doing the watch party.
Hell yeah. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Brett, Paul dying was a shocker to me and sad because I wanted more of her. I can agree. I don't think Paul lasted quite long enough. We should have got a little bit more of her because she's just like there and gone so quickly.
Mm-hmm. I definitely am.
Chase loved that Jaws shirt. Thank you, Chase. On the back,
Nice.
let me turn around.
Yeah. Turn around. Ooh, ooh. Nice. I love Jaws.
Me too. I have a nice pair of shorts to go with this, actually. That also say Jaws. Toronto Freddy can't stand Adam Devine.
I don't mind him.
Brandon the Bedlam, why does he hate my boobs?
Because they're not big. That part really made me laugh.
The scene coming up with her, like when they finally set her free, is so good. It's some little ways away, but
she fucking. I love how like committed to it she is.
Oh yeah, I could really not have asked any more from the actress that plays Tina. Like she does such a good job. I was about to say, Josh, you don't remember anything from the first two Child's Play films? I was thinking, excuse me, definitely the wrong movies. Yeah, definitely the wrong movies, and I definitely remember a lot of stuff from the Child's Play franchise. That's not one that's not fresh in my mind. I watch those quite often. Chase, whoa! I know he didn't say it like that, but
Whoa!
I'm not in the backdoor version.
Have a sit on a bag. By the way, that really hurts.
Chase, she's the best. Yeah, she really is. Like, honestly, her, Nina Dobrev, Taissa Farmiga, those three really kill it in this movie, especially in my opinion. And even her mother too. Her mother does a really great job. Her boyfriend's just kind of like, he's just kind of there, but I do like his character.
Yeah.
So this is where I thought she was going to tell her.
Me too.
I thought for sure.
I was like, here we go.
Yeah.
No, not exactly.
That's maybe one thing I wished too, is maybe I wish she knew a little bit before when she actually finds out, just so we get to see more of interaction between them in that way, but it's okay.
Oh man.
I wonder if these are like her mom's dreams.
Yeah. Definitely. I think so.
Ooh, Chase says, I just uploaded my Bride of Chucky review. I love Child's Play. Can't wait to see the TV show. Yeah, sometimes I go back and forth on Bride of Chucky, but I think it's definitely my fourth favorite. It's funny because it came out in fourth. It's just a really fun movie all around.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely excited for the Child's Play TV series. I'm probably going to review every episode on the channel, I think.
I know. I'm very excited for that.
You're like green jello, and you can't even admit it to yourself. I love Jennifer Check. One of my favorite quotes from her in the film.
Yes, she is amazing.
Don't worry, Brandon. We'll get there. He wants to talk about the ending.
I know. Oh my god.
Don't worry. Once we all clear our tears, we can talk about the ending.
I know. So far, I haven't cried yet, but usually the end is what really gets me. Because even like the last time, I didn't really cry that much up until the ending, and that's when it was like full on like another breakdown. So
that is the one. The writers modeled Nancy after Amy Steele's character Ginny from Friday the 13th Part 2. Oh, that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Miss C says, I'll check out your review soon, Chase. Yes, check out all of Chase's Child's Play reviews. They're great. He definitely gets very thorough on the movies he reviews. She's just hovering. It's not that impressive. I like this scene with Vicky.
Me too.
I'm sorry for that time in junior high when I told everyone to start calling you Bachunkadunk.
They covered your fucker in bacon. That was so crappy.
I love the comeback here that the other girl says, though.
It's pretty good, yeah.
I'm the one who spread the rumor that said you had a weird disease when you're always on your period. It's evil. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me finish, okay? The bitch.
It's funny that they're worried about, like here she's worried about thinking she's going to die, so she's like confessing to her friends or whatever. But honestly, I know that they wouldn't get out of the movie if they didn't do this, but if they just kind of like sat off to the side in the grass, they'd be fine. They just wouldn't have to get involved with the main events. Or they'd be stuck in the movie forever.
Yeah.
Brandon says this scene is just missing Napoleon and Pedro putting up vote for Pedro posters. I am going to say something controversial. I haven't seen that movie in a long time, but I was never a fan of Napoleon Dynamite. It just didn't do it for me. I know a lot of people liked it, but maybe I need to give it a second chance.
I think I've only seen it one time, honestly.
Yeah, I think I've only seen it once too. What is this thing anyway? It's a phone.
I like this.
I like the multiple takes of this scene.
I'm not that but I can't. Oh my God.
A lot of great horror films came out in 1998, the year I was born. I'm so blessed. The Bride of Chucky, Halloween H2O, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, The Faculty, ETC. 1988 was a year of gems. That was a great year for horror movies.
Yes, because that's when I was born as well.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
You got a lot of great movies.
Also, Urban Legend came out.
Yes, I love Urban Legend. Such a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
My birth year had the original Candyman and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which is appropriate because the TV show is my favorite show of all time.
Oh, I just watched the movie not that long ago for the first time.
The movie actually doesn't count for the TV show, but the events of the movie, a version of that happens before the first episode of the TV show. Like she's kicked out of school, and then the first episode starts. I step away for a minute, and I come back to Jennifer's body quotes. I love you guys. What? Brett, you don't like Jason Lives, so you can't talk about me not liking Napoleon Dynamite. Not that you don't like Jason Lives, but I remember your ranking. Mr. Nightmare Remake. Although I am excited for us to do that. Don't end our friendship like that, Brett.
Right here, right now.
Oh, me and Chris, 1992 babies. That's awesome, Chris. What month were you born in? Brett, can I have some of your tots? Wait, is Brett having tater tots? What are you talking about? Oh, the Trick or Treat Studios. I was like, tater tots? Yum. I have my Trick or Treat Studios 2018 mask right here.
I have my Too Hot mask.
I really like the poster on your DVD cover for Final Girls.
I love it, right? And I love Duncan's face.
Yeah, he's like... I love Nina Dobrev. She just like has her arm crossed and looks pissed off.
Yeah, she's like smirking to the side.
Oh, is this it? Oh, this is it.
Look at that. Look at that. There's one line coming up that makes me laugh so freaking hard. Go to college. Actually, you don't really shop.
Shop
this
online.
Right here. What's on mine? Never mind, I made that up. Just keep going.
Oh my god, they need to make a Final Girls too. I want her mom to come back for the second one.
I know. It's like I want to see more of this.
Yes, Urban Legends didn't have enough room to include that, but yes, that film was also the gem of the 90s. I think Urban Legends doesn't deserve enough, or it doesn't get as much love as it deserves. I really like the first Urban Legends movie a lot.
Mm-hmm. I find myself going back to it more and more now. Oh, here we go.
This is a great scene.
I'm amazing. Hey, eyes here.
How many of my Tic Tacs did you have?
They're not Tic Tacs. 30. I got this.
I won't rewatch it, Brett. No wonder I didn't get it.
And apparently that was like improvised. The whole fly scene, like a fly just flew into it, and so she did a thing where she just looks at it really quick. Yes,
I didn't know
like
that
was
great.
Improvised. Like that's fucking amazing. Because her doing the thing with the fly, oh my god,
she's really great. This is different. Joss and Destiny on the tablet, and J-Man and Frank on iPhone. I'm multitasking. We definitely appreciate you staying with us, Miss Carter.
Nice.
The lighting was so beautiful in that scene when Nancy's talking about being different and wanting more in life. I agree.
Yes.
Oh, the dance scene.
I fucking love it.
Not gonna take my shirt off, but I like how the sexy dance just summons him.
She was doing some crazy ass dances.
This scene I always think of when I think of this movie too.
The scene's fucking amazing.
I agree. This is a great acted scene, Brett. Hey! Technically, the mom could come back for the sequel. Jason Miller came back for Exorcist 3. It would fit the vibe. Yeah, I think most of the actors, honestly, as long as they're not busy, would be able to come back. It's not that long after this first one came out. It's only 6 years. And there goes Tina.
Oh, Tina! Whenever she died like that, I was like, no, I wanted more.
Yeah. It was anticlimactic that she died like that.
Yeah.
I'll use my Crystal Crush time machine to travel back to 82. Yeah. Hot tub sounds funner. More fun. It's my favorite scene. This is a great scene. Her dancing was definitely one of my favorite scenes of the movie.
Yeah.
You are very loyal, Miss Carter. We really appreciate you taking the time to share our posts and joining the chat and comment and everything. We love talking to you.
Definitely.
Look, man, I got this, all right? Tina's the best, and yes, her strip dance at Sweet Cherry Pie was the highlight of my experience with this movie. It might be my favorite scene. I do. That's usually the scene I think of first when I think of this movie. And he just dies instantly, too.
Oh, man.
She needs to have a dance-off with Jimbo, yeah. That would be funny.
That would be fucking great.
I feel like her dance moves definitely beat Jimbo.
Yeah, she wins. Because she fully is in it.
You're right. Silent Night, Dead of Night kill. I have a lot of fun with the first Silent Night, Dead of Night. After that, Garbage Day in the second one is funny, but it takes a long ass time to get to that point.
It does, but I do like the second one.
Yeah, I usually just jump forward past all the flashback stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then the third one is really weird, and the fourth one is really weird, and then the fifth one is kind of weird as well.
Yeah. Yep, they're weird movies. Yeah, that's for sure.
I was surprised when I first watched this that two of her friends went back to back here.
I know, right? They all just start freaking dropping.
Yeah, I feel like one should have died here, and then one could have died in the woods before the flashback thing.
But I do like the moment that they have together. Yeah. I think that's what makes it even more crushing.
It's crushing, but at least it's not too bad. I guess. Yeah, the first time it's like
I was like, oh my god, they're gone.
Yeah,
everyone's dead.
Yeah. I do like that she holds her hand before that.
I loved it. I think that's what definitely makes it.
Yeah.
For me, just that moment. Oh my god. See, I'm not crying nearly as much as I did the first time because even I was bawling during that scene. Everything was making me cry.
I think it's different when you watch it with a group of people versus by yourself. You're able to joke and talk. But if you're sitting by yourself, you're like.
Yeah, and I was home alone too, so I would just full on. I love this. Slow motion. Dude, he looks fucking badass right here.
Yeah. I like how they stay there for a little bit too. They're like.
I love that when it pulls out to see. Yeah.
Brett says the scene where the two blow up is the second saddest scene in the movie for him. I could agree. It's a sad scene for sure. I think we all know what the saddest scene is.
We're fine. I love this too. With them running, I think it looks
yeah, especially when she turns around right there and looks back.
Uh-huh.
I like the music too.
Yes.
Brandon says the 2012 remake Silent Night is badass. I enjoyed it. It's definitely better than 3 through 5. 2 through 5 even, probably.
Yeah.
The way Tina died caught me off guard the first time I watched this. I was thinking, where did she go? Second watch, I saw her face fall in the bear trap, and I was like, oh, okay, her death happened fast. Yeah, I was kind of a similar thing happened to me. She fell, and I was like, wait, is she dead? And then I was like, oh, yeah, she's dead.
Oh, she's dead.
Slow motion.
This part's funny, too.
Yeah.
Just as soon as he touches.
Flashback. Just say the words.
What
words? Was a kid who went to camp here years ago.
Tell the story again. Hurry.
He was always picked upon him for being different.
No one's just because he's even what's going on?
Yeah. He doesn't. He basically is Jason for all intents and purposes. Like, he does a good job. I like that they even brought her into the flashback.
Where the hell are we? And I like that he hits the fucking letters too.
He destroyed the letters, yeah. Maybe that means things can be changed in some way, but... Do I sound like that?
Ugh.
Chad, promised myself I wouldn't cry.
Honestly.
Also, thank you everyone for liking the stream. I just noticed we've got 11 likes and 1 dislike.
Hell yeah. You gotta have balance, you know?
Oh yeah.
There's
always a hater.
Always gonna have one.
Look at her at Billy. The car hit Billy like, surprise, bitch. Yeah,
Literally,
he definitely wasn't expecting it. Their fog machines are in overdrive for this movie.
Yes. Yes, they are.
So what happens in the future if adult Billy is killed in this flashback? I guess there's nobody there to kill him. I don't know if there was any way to leave him in the flashback or not.
Yeah.
We really don't even know if Billy's... Well, I guess he's alive, yeah, because they have their final fight at the end, but...
I think the lighting throughout the entire movie is just fantastic. Like all this and like the sky, but like how blue it is, like when they walk by in the woods.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, I like how at this point it's basically like, oh, hey, Matt, how's it going? Fatchy Cinema in the comments.
Hey, Matt.
I like how at this point the movie's basically like breaking down because it's going on too long and the color's changing purple, or the sky's changing purple, and there's all this lightning.
Yeah.
I really wanted to buy a fog machine at Spirit Halloween, Brett says. We actually have like 3 or 4 fog machines for our Halloween parties and stuff.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I want to get one.
Our Halloween parties are usually pretty great.
We all need to go. We'll all just go to Canada.
You're all invited if you want to come. What do you think of this movie, Matt? Are you a big Final Girls fan?
Oh, man.
She must have been on American Horror Story, and then she went to this.
Yeah, when did American Horror Story start? I remember I was still pretty young.
I guess like 10 years ago. Has it been that long? 10 seasons?
Well, like 2011, 2010, something like that.
Tell us in the comments, when did American Horror Story start?
I'll never forget watching that first episode for the very first season. I was super excited. I remember watching it. I was watching it with like my family, and someone had said cocksucker, and I was like, so I changed it, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't watch this. And then so I stopped watching it. I was like, man, I should have kept going, because I could have been like, yeah, I've watched American Horror Story since like the first season. I just knocked down my extension cord. Whoopsies.
I thought it was some supernatural paranormal activity going on.
Oh my god. Like that one time. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
What's that voice?
Who was that? That was scary.
I like how your cat's just like, what's that?
Hey. Hey, Elvira.
Brett says, buying my flight now, Josh. Party. Well, it'll be a party, I guarantee you that. Halloween, we go all out.
Hell yeah.
I should see if I can find a video from the house of last year. It's pretty crazy.
Yes. I love Halloween parties. I've never really been to any. I kind of have my own little ones, but I want to go to someone else's like fun Halloween party and like everyone's dressed up and stuff.
That's what we do. If you can make it up, you're more than welcome. They're big, like 50+ people parties usually.
Oh my god.
Yeah. We had a party there a couple weeks ago. We had 25 people inside and 50 outside. So there's like 70 something around that. It's like 70 something people. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, my parties usually consist of like 8 people, maybe 10.
Well, they're not people I know invited. I'm just my friend has the party and I go to it. So
you just go. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I help set up for it, but
yeah. Oh, I love setting up for parties. I think it's a lot of fun.
Oh no! When she got sat here, I was like, ah.
I know. I was like, what the fuck? What's going on?
I was kind of hoping her mom like killed him and they were both saved here.
That would have been nice.
Brett says 2011 was season 1, and Brandon says October 5th, 2011 must have been episode 1. Yep. That makes sense that it would start in October.
Yeah.
I really like season 1, 2, and I actually liked Roanoke, but a lot of people don't like Roanoke.
I did too.
And I like Apocalypse, and some people didn't like Apocalypse.
I enjoyed that one.
And I liked like the first half of 1984, and the second half is like okay to me.
Yeah, that's when I stopped watching it, just because I was like, man, you can't keep throwing in weird twists every freaking end of the episode. Like, it's getting a little redundant at this point. Like, now I'm just expecting some crazy twist.
Well, yeah, it was being very like its own thing for the first few episodes, like being an actual slasher.
Yeah.
And then it just fell into American Horror Story tropes.
Yeah.
By the end of it. Brett says season 3 Coven was my favorite. Teresa was great in it. Yeah, she's great in all the seasons that she was in. I think was it just those 2, and was she in Apocalypse as well?
Not Apocalypse, but she was in Roanoke for a little bit.
Yeah, all right, she got spiked.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that scene.
This is the part.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn mine up a little bit. This is the part I think that.
Yeah.
It needs to be turned up.
Betty Davis office.
Oh man.
I like how she like slips into the role of her mother without even a second to think about it. She's just like,
yeah.
It reminds me a little bit of the end of New Nightmare where Nancy has to like play Nancy. Her mother, like in this version, her mother has to like play her mother and like sacrifice herself for her rather than doing what she like surviving. Although her boyfriend's alive, so I don't know why her mother has to die here. But
I think it's because usually there's
but
one final girl,
yeah,
and there's like a side character, but it's usually a boy.
Yeah. Is her boyfriend even in the scene? Where is he?
He's sitting off to the side a little bit. Yeah. Get off.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I agree. Shame. Apocalypse was underrated. It had a little bit of the ending. What they ended up doing with him was kind of maybe they could have done a little bit more, but I liked the season like throughout. It's like sad, but she's like also getting a striptease from her mom.
Yeah. It's like sad, but still very much in the same vein from the beginning scene, or like the
Yeah.
opening scene.
So I wonder if they're actually hearing the song.
Oh yeah.
Get the tissues. You're right, Brett.
Yeah.
Oh. I hate that this has to happen in the movie. But it's good. Mm. Oh. Tissues, y'all. I know. Everyone's crying.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I do like that her mother like imbues her with the power of the final girl, though. And her boyfriend's like, "I'm here too."
Hey.
I think everyone is. He says, "I couldn't hold it. I'm teary-eyed now." Trust me, if I wasn't on stream, I'd be like,
Yeah. That was me not actually. I did have to turn my head away to let a little bit out of it out. Oh man.
"Did you hear that Shang-Chi took the biggest Labor Day opening weekend from Rob Zombie's Halloween?"
Yeah, I did.
That's incredible that Halloween held it as long as it did for being a horror movie from 2007. I think the hype of it being like the remake of Halloween is the reason for that. But good job to Shang-Chi. It was a great movie. Yeah, I agree. At least she got to say her final goodbye to her mom, Brandon.
Yeah.
The scene is beautiful. I agree. I agree. Kyle, Betty Davis Eyes is a great song for this movie.
Yes.
I cried, not as hard this time, but yes, my eyes are drowning right now. I can't blame you. This is an emotional movie.
Yeah.
I almost accidentally put Brett in timeout. Sorry, Brett. Let alone no shame. No, I agreed. I love this scene too, where she's like all badass against him.
Uh-huh.
Oh God, why? Matrix.
Hell yeah.
Miss Carter says, "No tears. I can't take all the crying." And it's over.
She killed him.
This is I love this part. She looks up and it's like, okay, I guess the movie's over.
Like, that's it.
I like how Paula's at the top too.
Right? Yeah. I thought that was a lot of fun to see. The fucking end credits.
Yeah, this movie, and like, not just to mention like the fight with the mother, or not like the scene with the mother and then the fight with Buddy. Like this onwards is like they couldn't have ended this movie, I don't think, any more perfect than they did.
I agree.
Brandon says, "Sayonara, Tiki face." For now.
He does kind of look like a little cheeky.
Yeah, he does.
Cheeky guys, yeah.
Yeah. A little makeout sesh. I thought when they were kissing here, it was going to end up resurrecting him because they were kissing. That's what I thought was going to happen. I love that. It's like they get the whole like red band or the blue band thing.
What's happening?
Well, what they were going to was a double feature thing, wasn't it? It was at the beginning.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Holy shit! You just blew my mind.
Yeah, they nod to this in the beginning. I like that.
Definitely, yeah.
Easily, and Brett says Shang-Chi is easily in his top 5 MCU films. I'd have to think about it, but I would probably agree. Like, it was very, very good. I thought the same thing, Josh. I was like, don't kiss now. Yeah, I thought for sure it was going to resurrect him. Did you think here that they were like back in the real world after the theater? Yeah, I kind of thought they did. They were too. But I was like, do they remember? I got to know. Like, I hope they remember.
Tried to put it.
Wait, where are we?
Remember?
I'm actually more concerned about tetanus.
See, the doctor gave me a shot.
She's still got her mother's bracelet.
That looks... Okay. That kind of looks like my anklet.
It does. Yeah, it does.
The first time I saw it, I was like, hey, because it's like the same colors as mine.
Yeah, if you had lifted it up and be like, I have one from the movie, I would have just believed you.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I've had this thing on for so long, like years now. Because it's just on. Yeah. My friend got it for me when she went to Mexico.
This must be pretty sturdy to wash, like last through all those washings and stuff.
Yeah, seriously.
I love this.
I do. Sometimes though, it gets like wet from the showers and it stays wet for so long, and then it'll like freak me out because I just feel something like wet. I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's just my anklet.
Oh no, I want to be in the sequel.
Don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. The
Such a great ending.
His fucking face, I love it. This is so great.
Yeah.
So fucking good.
Such a great movie. I always like when movies do this in the credits too. They show all the bloopers.
Like the bloopers? I do too. Especially for this. Like, after everything that happened, like, I needed this.
Yeah, you need something to lift you up.
Yes.
Brandon says, I put Shang-Chi in my 6th spot in my MCU ranking. It's great. It definitely deserves to be towards the top for sure. I didn't have much of a problem with it at all. Agreed, Brett. The bloopers afterwards are very funny.
Yes. My favorite one is when he was like he says something about like growing up he always wanted to be a final girl or something.
Yeah.
Duncan says that's like one of my favorite little lines.
Yeah, it makes Titus laugh.
Great, by the way.
I'm glad they all remember everything too. Would have been a huge bitch slap to our faces if none of them had. Yeah, if they woke up and only Titus remembered it and no one else did, that would be kind of disappointing. The blinds fall down.
Oh, fuck. So that cousin Heather. Let's fuck. What is it? What a rude little girl you're being.
I feel like she'd be a good Velma.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She would.
It's probably really fun to film this movie.
Yeah, it seems like it was just a great time on set. It seems like they all have like a lot of fun. There it is. The part.
Yeah.
Yeah. My penis is severely injured.
When I first saw that, I saw the nurse had blonde hair, and I was like, "Oh, is that the mother?"
Is it the mom? Anyone with blonde hair?
Yeah.
He just starts crying.
I like how they're like laugh screaming right there.
It's not you. It's not you.
The bloopers were absolutely worth all of this emotional weight. Duncan's final girl blooper was my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, I've always dreamed of being the final girl. Yes. One more time. Because you're a slut.
I love her bloopers for this. Man, and especially in that scene right there, he looks so much like the guy from Cabin in the Woods.
He really does. See. Oh man.
Such a good movie.
Yes.
This one off. All right, everybody. So wipe your eyes and tell me, what is your rating for The Final Girls? Brandon says, I just love seeing Bumper from Pitch Perfect and Kato from the Hunger Games work off each other. Oh, right. He is from Hunger Games. Right.
Yes, because I love Pitch Perfect and I love the Hunger Games. I actually never watched the last movie, but I read all the books and I love the first one a lot.
I really liked the first one and Catching Fire, but I felt like the second one didn't need to be split into two movies. I think it suffered from that.
Yeah, or maybe I didn't even see the last two, honestly, because I was just kind of like, okay. But I loved the books. I really loved that first movie. I saw that first one a couple of times in theaters because I would try to get anyone to take me to go see it. Like, oh, have you seen the new Hunger Games? Let's go watch it.
Yeah, it was definitely very popular when they were coming out. And I know they're working on like some sort of prequel or something like that, but
really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Brett says he gives it a 4.5 out of 5. Brandon, 9 out of 10. Dream, best movie ever. Perfect. 100 out of 10 for me. This movie's a masterpiece. If I was doing a top 10 favorite horror movies of all time, this movie would be on in consideration for that list for sure.
This one definitely, I don't want to put it in my top 10 yet, but I definitely see it going there, but it definitely jumps up to at least my top 15.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I can go back, even though this movie obviously makes me cry a whole lot, I also find it very comforting with what's going on. And so I could watch this movie at any point because it does make me really upset, but it brings me comfort in a way. And then all the funny moments are still amazing. So I think it does have a good balance, but I really do love that it incorporated everything with her mom in it, because I think that's what sets this apart as well. Not that it's the only movie that, does something like this. It's already a really interesting premise for them to be sucked up into a movie, but the fact that it's her mom, but not really her mom because it's her mom playing a character, genius.
No, it's very expertly done. I definitely did not expect this movie to be as good as it was going to be the first time I watched it. And even though we just watched it right now, say if my real good friend walked in, they're like, "Oh, what did you just do?" And I'm like, "I just watched The Final Girls." And they're like, "Oh, I haven't seen that one." I'd be like, "Let's watch it.
We gotta watch it." Definitely. Yes.
So
you'll put this one on any moment, any day, just because, it's a lot of fun. I love how heartfelt it is, but I think I would probably, I don't know if I want to give it a 5 out of 5, but I'll say a 4.75 out of 5. So almost there.
I think the last time I rated this movie, I said 4.8 or something like that. And
just
I only subtracted
almost right there.
Yeah, I subtracted some points for Buddy overacting a little bit, but I really love this movie. I don't think it's a movie that I could ever grow tired of.
Yeah.
It just has kind of everything all in one.
Yes.
And having watched it 4 times now, or 4 or 5, I think it's 4 now. I like that I'm catching up on having not watched it back in 2015.
You're just making up for all of it.
Making up for lost time.
Yeah.
Missy, 5 out of 5, my perfect movie in my opinion. Let me ask you this, Miss C or Miss Carter. Do you like the Final Girls or the Rob Zombie Halloween movies more? So I know she really likes those.
Yeah.
Brandon says, I agree Mockingjay being split was unnecessary. Yeah, I don't think it was a good idea. It just drug it out way too long.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially for the middle movie. That's weird.
Yeah.
Like Twilight did it. They broke Breaking Dawn up into 2 parts, but I think that worked for Twilight because you have her being pregnant and suffering from being pregnant, and then her transformation in that whole last movie.
See, I haven't seen any of those movies or read the books.
Whoops. Well.
No, it doesn't. I know what happens. It doesn't bother.
Okay, cool.
Oh, night, Miss Carter.
Good night, Miss Carter. I love Breaking Dawn Part 2. I love it when she is transformed and shit, and like especially like the final act. It's pretty great actually.
I saw a meme the other day where people were talking about like some scene from the final battle, and they're like, "Do you remember seeing this scene and being absolutely shocked?" And it was like somebody holding a head. Or...
I watched that movie in theaters. I cannot tell you the fucking. So yeah, it's Carlisle. He is like the dad of like the Cullins. Okay, like the dad. He's not really the dad, but like a foster dad, pretty much.
Yeah. And
so he's like a really beloved character. Like everyone loves Carlisle. When it shows his fucking head like that, oh my god, the entire audience said, everyone was just fucking bamboozled. It was so funny. Because, there's people there only seeing it with, like, their spouse or whatever, but, like, everyone in the audience was, like, shocked. It was one of my favorite movie theater experiences just because, like, everyone as a whole was just like, what the fuck just happened? But, yeah. It's a pretty good fight scene.
Mm-hmm. Brandon says the emotion is there, but if it was rated R, included the need of gore, it'd be a 10. I don't think it needs a bunch of gore. This isn't really the type of movie that's like gore, 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 gore.
Yeah. It doesn't bother me that it's not that, like, would it have added, like, I don't think it would have made it worse or anything, and I don't really think it would have made it better either.
No.
Just because, like, the kills we do get to see, I think they work for me, and there's like no nudity, but there's implied nudity, like when she like lifts up her top and stuff. So yeah, even though like obviously 80s slasher movies were very gory and bloody, and I think it wouldn't have made sense, but it doesn't bother me that it's not, because then I also like the diet. Oh my god, where'd it go? I'll just keep talking. I really like the dialogue in it, and PG-13, you can only say one F word, and I like the F word that they choose to use.
Oh, I popped out there for a second. I don't know what happened.
I know. I said, I'll just keep talking.
No, that was a good plan. I clicked the button. I was like, whoa, I'm not what happened. I didn't end the screen.
I know. I was like, all right, bye.
Destiny streaming now. Definitely worth a repeat at any day in time, especially when you need a mixture of emotions in your day of dullness. Yeah, like this movie has like so many ups and downs. I think if they had put like nudity and a bunch of gore in it, it would have maybe changed the tone a bit of the movie. But like it just has such a great fun tone that I don't think it needs nudity and like extra gory kills. I think it was just right with everything it did.
Yep.
Chat says hard-hitting questions tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Brett says he doesn't mind this movie being PG-13. I don't think it needed to be rated R. It would reduce the amount of audience that would be able to watch it at a certain age if it was rated R as well.
Yeah, and then it would have probably made it not like, I don't think it would have made the impact any less, but I think the more lighthearted tone of the movie makes all that emotional stuff even that much more emotional, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like what they did.
Yeah, because if you were going from like bloody kill to super emotional moment, I don't think it would quite play as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you never know.
It would have been cool though if there was like an uncut version.
Yeah.
So we could just see what that would look like, or maybe even like a couple scenes, to see what it could have looked like, you know?
Yeah.
Because I think it would have still been like interesting, but I like what they chose to show, like what they did.
Yeah, like I said a second ago, I think they like everything they chose to do, I think really paid off for them. There's no major issue I have with this movie at all, or even medium. Like everything would be very minor, like Buddy overacting a little bit, and but everything else, like I think was really expertly done. Like this it's not often I watch a movie and I say that's one of my favorite movies now, and that was how I felt after watching this.
Yes.
Brandon says, I love the brutality of Zombies Myers and the story of H2, but the Final Girls is much more likable. Yeah, I agree. Well, yeah, it's the Final Girls. I mean, not to say anything about the Rob Zombie Halloweens, because I know Destiny here loves them.
I do.
But
I would watch this probably over Rob Zombie's Halloween too, just because different feelings.
Yeah. Well, that's like a opposite feeling, basically.
Yeah. That's like one if I'm already if it's like a gloomy day and I'm already feeling like kind of, even though it doesn't bring me down, like I feel like it fits that more. This is more like whenever I just want to have some fun.
Yeah, if you want to make your day more gloomy and you're already feeling bad, watch Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, the director's cut.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Elvira, can you believe him?
Chris says, and I did see all in theaters as well. First was of my own free will. The rest were dates. And I read the books thanks to my in-school suspension. I had nothing else to do. That's fair. I mean, a lot of people were watching those movies back then. I knew it wasn't quite my jam, so I just kind of didn't bother with them. But like a lot of people around me, even people I weren't expecting, were going to see those movies back then.
Yeah.
And Chris says this is a 4.5 out of 5 for him. That's if you could only go in 0.5s, that's what I would give it as well. It would be a 4.5 out of 5. It doesn't deserve to be much lower. It's very good.
Yeah.
I agree this movie wasn't one that needed to be rated R, but an unrated version would be interesting to see. Yeah, I mean, I guess like when Tina falls, you'd see the thing close on her head instead of being from a distance, I guess.
Yeah. Different angle. Maybe like it this way and she's laying this way and you see it like right on her head.
Yeah.
But then again, like I also don't want to see these characters go out
in a horrible way.
Horrifying way, because I'm like, I really enjoyed like all of them. Like I really wouldn't want to see any of them kind of go out on like that route, like super nasty gory. Like I don't know.
Well, really all of them kind of go out except for like her friend Vicky and the friend that looks like Velma. They all kind of go out in a funny way, I guess, and her mother too. Like all of the other characters kind of go out in like a funny way, which makes it a little easier when they die. Like I wouldn't have wanted to see Tina like brutally gutted or something after all the funny laughs and stuff that she gave us.
She doesn't deserve that.
No. Even if the film passes a PG movie somehow, the film would still be great as it was, because the film is also an adventure film as well. Yeah, I mean, basically, well, I don't know if you could take the swearing out of this movie. I don't know how much swearing PG movies have. I feel like it does need the swearing because of the situations they're in. If you're thrown into a movie and there's a killer and stuff, you're going to be like, holy fuck, or what the hell, or shit. Yeah. Like, you're not.
What's going on?
You're not going to be like, golly gee willikers.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
Oh, jeez. What should I do?
Yeah. An adventure horror comedy. I would definitely consider it like an adventure horror comedy.
Yeah.
In the director's cut, is the director's cut with the one Michael screaming, die? Sure is.
Yes, it is.
Did I talk to you, Destiny, about the theory that was going around about, or like a fan theory about Halloween 2, the Rob Zombie one?
Yeah, with Lori and how it was like all in her head.
Well, not that it was all in her head, but that
she was the one that was doing it.
Doing the killings, yeah. I know that there's plot holes with that, but I actually, when I thought about it that way, I was like, that would make for a much more interesting movie, that she was just going around killing everybody herself.
Yeah.
Chris says, yes, Brandon, not the cut I watched. Yeah, I just don't watch either cut. No, I'm just kidding.
Whatever.
I'm just kidding.
I only have the director's cut. It doesn't bother me.
I'm surprised it didn't come with both.
I got it at like a convention, just like the DVD. I need to order like the
Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of the theatrical for both, because I do want to own those, but I have unrated for both of the movies, so that's the only ones I watch right now.
I'm probably gonna jump into the Halloween movies starting like anytime in the next week or so. And I didn't watch the Rob Zombie ones last year, but I am gonna watch them this year, so I'm excited to see kind of how I feel about them this time around. I'll basically forever know I don't. Not that I don't like the opening of the reboot, because it like everything they do in it is good and it's like well acted and stuff. It's just that I don't want to see Michael Myers as like a young, like chubby, angry kid. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to see like any of that backstory. I don't need him to be a total mystery. Like some people are like, oh, it can't be connected to Laurie. Everything he does has to be a mystery. And I don't feel quite that strongly about it.
Yeah.
But I don't think that we need the 20-minute backstory.
I can see that.
Yeah. Like it's funny. I don't like the beginning of that movie, but I love the rest of it. And then on the flip of the next one, I love the beginning of the next one, and then I'm kind of on the rest of the other one. But I will say it's better than I make it out to be sometimes. But I'm mostly just joking when I rip into it anyway.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
I mean, it's my least favorite Halloween movie, but it's not like the worst. Like when people say it's like, oh, it's my bottom 5 movies of all time. Like it's not that bad.
No, when people say that, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah,
there's a lot you probably haven't seen. Then I don't care what you're saying right now. Like I've seen
there's a lot
shit movies. Like
watch Hellraiser 5 through 10, and then get back to me, right, Chris? Chris just watched them.
Yeah, those are. I probably won't ever watch those. I don't. I've only seen the first 2, and even then,
3 is good.
That's what I heard. I didn't like the second one. Really, I really enjoyed the first one. Thought the first one was great. Got to the second one, I was like, I already don't like where this is going. See, and that's one that a lot of people really love, and I was just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I go back and forth between 1 and 2. Which one's my favorite? Like right now, I think it's the first one because it's a little more serious, I guess. The second one's super wacky, so I think that's probably why a lot of people don't really like it. But I like that they go into whatever that fucking dimension is and it's all wacky.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like. I was like, I don't.
I just like that it's like Halloween 2, kind of in the respect that like the final scene of the first one, it picks up almost like immediately after that. So I like that continuation. Whereas once we get to like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, it's something.
It's something, all right.
Chris says theatrical cut is 4.5 out of 5 for me as well, for different reasons than Final Girl, of course. I don't think I could rate it the same rating. I definitely wouldn't rate it the same as Final Girls, but I get that you really like that movie. I don't know. I would probably watch Final Girls over the Rob Zombie ones, Halloween 5 and 6, Resurrection for sure. Honestly, I don't know. I don't want to say anything controversial. Like I'd watch it over like H2O and Halloween 2 and like all those, but I really like it. It's definitely. It would be hard for me to be like, oh, this movie's better than Final Girls because Final Girls is so good.
Mm-hmm.
The backstory doesn't bother me. In fact, I wish they did even more with it than what they did, especially with the Smith Grove section of the movie. Yeah, I can understand people liking it. It's just, I don't know. As the more I've seen the movie, the less I like those opening scenes with him as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the opposite of Friday the 13th. When I first saw Friday the 13th, I was like, ugh. I was like, what the hell was that movie? I was like, Jared Padalecki, felt too much like an episode of Supernatural to me, and I just it pulled me right out of it. I did like it, but I wasn't like big on it. And then now, like, especially upon my most recent watch of it, I really like the Friday the 13th reboot. It's still not in my top 5 or anything like that, but I really, really like it. I like it more than the original.
I have it ranked. Yes, Microwave Massacre. That movie was And I really don't like shit talking movies like that, but like that movie was literally one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. I
I
turned
haven't
it off.
seen it, but I've heard
I
it's
don't
bad.
recommend it. Like, because okay, Microwave Massacre. In my head, okay, I'm literally about to watch a microwave kill people. That's what I was wanting. That was my expectation for the movie. It was a microwave killing people. That's not what we get. And what we got was bullshit.
What is killing people in the movie?
So a guy is like kind of fed up with his wife. She makes weird ass food and he doesn't want it. He just wants his American dinner, you know? And so she kills him. No, wait, no. He kills her. And then he actually cooks some of her meat because, like, he cuts her up to, like, put her in the freezer and accidentally eats some of her meat and then really likes it. And so he's pretty much becoming a cannibal.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's only called Microwave Massacre because she buys this, like, big-ass new microwave to make all of her dinners in. Yeah.
Does he doesn't heat it? I suppose you didn't finish it, so you don't know if he heats up anybody else, but...
What I saw was, like, he had hired, like, a sex worker to come back and stuff. And there's, like, one scene where she's, like, they just start talking about food, and then she's, like, yeah, I'm really hungry. Something, it was so weird. I was just like, this isn't even so bad it's good. This is literally
it's just bad.
It's just so bad.
Yeah, I saw a movie called Urban Massacre. I think I sent you guys the trailer for it one time. That is hands down the worst movie I've ever seen. It's utter dog shit. It's another one of those movies that it's not like so bad it's good. It's just terrible. Chris says Hellraiser 1 to 3 are great. The first is nearly a masterpiece. Second one is a great follow-up until the third act, and third is a lot of fun. I know Chris really doesn't like the fourth one. I enjoy the fourth one just because it's like the end of the Hellraiser story. But it is technically Pinhead in space for some of it, so I can see why people don't like that one. I've only seen the first Hellraiser, and I don't have any interest in continuing with the series. That's fair. I mean, if you didn't like the first one, you're not going to like the rest. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at after the second one. I do want to watch 3, just because I hear people do enjoy that one. So I will give that one a chance. And maybe 4, maybe, but like literally besides that, like
there's no point in any of the other ones.
Again,
the other ones
kind
are
of movies,
worthless.
Like I don't like the skin being like
pulled off.
Watching it, I was just like, oh. That's why it took me so long to watch them too, because like I just don't like that kind of. I can handle gore, but I can't handle anything with skin just being like pulled apart, or you can like see the skin. Like I can't handle that. I think it's nasty.
See, Brett, I always know what you admitted yourself. I always know what you did last summer was better than you remembered. Don't give me that.
Yeah, still not very good.
No, but it's not one I would I wouldn't consider it in like top 5 worst horror movies of all time. There still has some entertainment.
I really think if it wasn't for the fucking god awful editing, it wouldn't have been so bad, because it wouldn't have been so jarring about like super weird jump cuts, like super weird what the fuck, and it just felt like basic. Like the whole movie felt bland. But I think it wasn't for those weird ass choices they did with the editing and stuff, I don't think it would have been nearly as bad. It's just that what they added, I didn't like that. But like the rest of the movie was just like okay. Like it just felt like a watered down version of what we've already seen before.
Yeah, that's true. Brandon says I would take the Rob Zombie remakes over H2O and H6, but not Resurrection. Do we have a Resurrection fan?
H2O is my 3rd favorite, but then Rob Zombie's Halloween is my 4th favorite, so it's like right there.
Wait, what did you say? What was your 3rd favorite?
H2O.
H2O. Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with H2O. Like I really it used to be my favorite Halloween for a while, and then now that I've like watched Resurrection in that beginning enough times, it's just anytime I watch H2O, I just think about how she dies. She's gonna die. And like immediately in the next movie, and it ruins it for me. So I can't rate it as high as I would like to, but I basically just ignore Resurrection and pretend it doesn't happen, and that's where the timeline ends. Is H2O. Yeah. But we have Braden's Haddonfield Nightmare coming up on the 29th, which will erase Resurrection.
Yes.
Brandon says Friday the 13th, 2009 is my number one favorite. Okay. Want to see the first one? Chris says I really, really dislike the fourth one. Yeah, you were saying you didn't like that one. It's still better than I suppose you liked 5, but 6 through 10 are garbage. Have you guys seen Verotica? Wait, Verotica? Watch that movie and we'll talk about trash movies. I've never heard of that one.
No.
For a second, I thought Gothica with the one with Holly Berry, but I was like, no, not that one.
Seen that one.
Jeepers Creepers 3 is also one of the absolute worst films I've ever seen in history. I was so disappointed waiting so long for the third to be released and done right, and no, it was sadly a disappointment. Again, I would say even though it's not like as good as the first two, I still wouldn't say it's like one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I would definitely say it definitely doesn't live up to the funness of the first two, and the like CGI and stuff in it isn't that great. But hopefully the fourth one will do a little bit better job in like being like the first two, or at least being same quality as the first two. What do you think of the third one?
I fucking hate it. I do think it's one of the worst. There's nothing about that movie besides seeing.
I only saw it once, so I guess I forget.
I've only seen it once. Yeah, and I don't care to watch it again because it's like I remember. It's like I remember a lot, but then I also remember nothing about the movie. I
don't remember any of the plot.
No, I remember the girl was there, and the guy, and the truck, and the hand, and the creeper's truck shot out a thing, and it got the guy on a dirt bike. I remember that. Someone died with his head because they were trying to go through the thing, and the fucking spike went straight through his head.
Okay.
At the bottom of the seat. I remember that. There's parts of it I do remember. I don't like it at all.
The only thing I remember is that at some point you see the bus from the second one. That was like the main thing I remember.
Yeah.
Chris says Brandon is a Resurrection fan. Can you believe this guy? What are we gonna do with you, Brandon? The utter disrespect to Laurie at the start of that movie.
The disrespect.
Chad and I like Resurrection. I know. Chad also has Friday the 13th Part 1 rated last in his rankings.
He does.
But he loves Alice, which is weird. Don't be hating Chris, Brandon says. I mean, it is Resurrection. Veronica is on Shudder. It's so damn bad. It's kind of hilarious. Chris says, I hate Jeepers Creepers 3. Once more than enough for me. I'm surprised I even finished it. I'll definitely watch Jeepers Creepers 3 again. Like, I'm going to rewatch the series before the fourth one comes out. But it's not like I'm like, oh, yeah, I want to watch Jeepers Creepers 3. It's more like I have to. I have like an OCD where I just have to watch them all.
I don't even remember like the ending either.
No, me either. Nothing.
Like, that's something like I try to think like, what even happened? And I don't know.
Did it show the sister? Is that what happened? The sister from the first one?
Did it?
I can't remember. What happened at the end of Jeepers Creepers 3?
Yeah. I feel like I would have remembered that, but maybe I just try to block the movie out.
Yeah, maybe I'm just wrong, and I was thinking about like stuff I saw in Bloody. I don't know what I was thinking. I feel like we see somebody at the end. Doesn't it jump forward? Maybe not. Maybe it just says it.
But maybe it is her, because I remember she was supposed to be in the movie, but then I just don't remember like really seeing her. But maybe it does show her. But
maybe there was nothing.
Can't even remember.
Maybe the stinger was just that we found out it takes place between 1 and 2, like Chris was saying here. Maybe that's just all it was. It ended saying, maybe we just ended on the bus, and then that's like, oh, it happens before 2 kind of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how it ended. I forget. Brandon, I love Jeepers Creepers. I appreciate some of the lore they try to explore in JC3, but it's not a good movie. Yeah, I wouldn't consider it a good movie. I wouldn't put it in my bottom 5. But then again, like I said, I've only seen it once, so I need to reevaluate how I feel about it. Fuck Alice, Brett says. I don't think she's that bad.
No, I don't remember. Or I don't think she's that bad at all.
No, I mean, she gets killed instantly in Friday 2, but that's not her fault. She didn't know Jason was coming. Same Destiny, same. I didn't remember a goddamn thing about Jeepers Creepers 3 except that truck chase in the ending. The first first creepy few minutes. Other than that, I don't remember anything else. The one thing that comes to mind for me is that at one point somebody is in his truck and it has like all these traps set up inside. Like if you press a certain thing, a pole will shoot out, or that's the main thing that comes to mind for me. And they were like biking. 3 guys were like biking away from the truck, and you killed them all or something. That's what comes to mind for me right away. Chris says it ends with the bus and the credit scene shows Trish coming back. Okay, so it does show Trish. I thought maybe it did.
I think. Okay.
I think it must. Maybe it doesn't though. They brought back Patricia Jenner. Okay, so they did. Okay. Yes. It was it a flash forward? Can't remember. Yeah, Trish narrated the ending, and they ended up showing her almost like a cliffhanger. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay. I think it's coming back to me now.
I hope they conclude her arc with the Creeper, but I don't think that's going to happen since they want to reboot the franchise. I would like to also see her storyline concluded, but I feel like there's a good chance we won't. It'll just be a reboot.
Yeah.
Chris says, I love the first Jeepers Creepers. It's a great one. Second one is still watchable. I actually think I like the second one more than the first one. I really like the first one a lot, but I find the second one, just with the higher body count and all the different characters, I just find it a little bit more fun.
Yeah, I do think the second one's more fun, and I think it's more rewatchable. But the first one is still my favorite out of all of them.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and I watched the second one a lot as a kid, and I watched the second one before I even saw the first one. So.
Oh really?
I always.
Suppose you don't really need to watch them in order.
Yeah, I watched it, and then I was just like, oh, maybe I think this one's probably going to be the better one. But then I watched the first one, and it really scared me. Like,
oh yeah, the first one's definitely scarier.
Yeah, the Creeper is actually like one of the only sort of like horror icon villains that like actually scared me. Like I was never scared of like Freddy, Jason, Michael, Ghostface. Like none of them scared me, but like the Creeper, he got me. He definitely scared me.
Here's a good question for everybody. You too, Destiny. Who would you like to see the Creeper face off with in a versus movie? Yeah, Chris says I had to look it up. Her cameo was 23 years later. Yeah, I thought they flashed forward 23 years as he was about to wake up again. I would love to see what happens.
I'm trying to think because maybe Jason. I don't know because I feel like he has a advantage because he can fly. But then if he goes against like Zombie Jason,
tough.
Jason always has an advantage because he's already dead.
Yeah, he's immortal.
Yeah. I think Zombie Jason. I think that'd be
Zombie Jason? That'd be a fun movie.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm trying to think. I feel like Michael might not do as well because he's like kind of alive. Ghostface would die. Chucky. Well, if he was fighting Chucky from Cult of Chucky, Chucky may very well be able to take over his body if he gets him down long enough.
Yeah.
So that would be interesting seeing Chucky fly around as the Creeper. Yeah, that'd be a good what if. What else is there? There's the Wishmaster. They kind of look similar, but I think Wishmaster's magic might be able to trump the Creeper. I don't know. Brett says the Creeper versus Alice. Well, I mean, she would probably just die. Let's be real. But if she knew it was coming and she had time to prep, who knows? She might live for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Brandon, I saw the original Jeepers Creepers in theaters when I was 9. The Creeper taking Derry at the end shocked me so much. It was like when Pennywise took Georgie in the OG It. Yeah, that was I don't think the first time I watched it, I expected that either of them was gonna die. And then when he grabs Derry and flies out the window, I was like, oh, I felt bad for his sister. Yeah.
I know. And then that end with the eyes being gone.
Yeah. I like the use of him in 2 as like the ghost where he's like, go back.
And then it's like cutting back and forth between him and the blonde kid. Yes.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, the girl's like a little bit psychic or something.
Yeah. Definitely.
The kids being stuck on the bus was a fun spin, but the first film scared the shit out of me. This Creeper is my favorite movie monster of all time. Definitely the Creeper versus Zombie Jason is a great match. Yeah, the first one is definitely scarier, and I think Destiny's right where she says the second one has more rewatchability. whereas the third one is much below. You can't even call it like the Scream 3 of them, because Scream 3 is so much better than Jeepers Creepers 3.
Scream 3 is not even bad. Jeepers Creepers 3 just was like completely ridiculous. Yeah. Like,
it was a letdown.
Beyond plausible, any of it. I was just like, I can't buy into this, because I don't think of Jeepers Creepers as someone who's rigging up his truck to do all this.
Yeah,
like,
it was
doesn't
weird.
seem like on brand for him. Like, no.
It was definitely a little extra that we didn't need, for sure. Yeah. Especially since he wasn't doing anything like that in part 2. He was throwing the ninja stars and stuff made out of bone, but oof, a little bit of a yawn there.
I know.
Right, Destiny.
I've been like all night.
Well, I mean, it's just it's that kind of night. Work all day, have a 2-hour stream gets you tired.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Now, before we wrap this up, what do you got coming up on the channel?
Let's see. Well, tomorrow I'll be on Matt's for Halloween H2O talk.
Right.
This Sunday we should be watching Hatchet 2.
Ooh, I need to watch those.
Yes, you do, because they are a lot of fun. I'm not sure if we're going to have an episode Monday or not. I think we might skip that one because Chad's going to be at Disneyland, I believe. So I think we're going to skip out on that one. But then, I can't remember what day it is. But sometimes towards the end of the month, I want to say, Chris and I think Chad as well, pretty sure, will be on Kyle's channel for Scary Movie Watch-along. And that's all that I know.
Yeah, I also have Kyle coming on for an episode of Chillin and Killin at some point. I'm not sure exactly when we're going to do that. I also have Black Christmas coming up with him sometime in December. We're going to do that as long as things don't get too crazy busy. What else do I got coming up? I'm actually working on mostly my videos for October because I just want to have some of them done in advance. Yeah. Like, I'm working on my 31 Days of Horror Part 1, Part 2, and I'm working on my Child's Play ranking. And I think I'm probably just going to end up doing a Halloween ranking and then doing another one next year if it changes or something like that. Just doing like an updated version of it because it might as well.
Yeah.
What else do I got coming up? Obviously, there's like 5,000 movies to review in October. We've got Venom 2. We've got the Chucky TV series, Halloween Kills, Paranormal Activity, The Haddonfield Nightmare, and probably more than that. We've got Malignant coming up in like Friday.
Yes.
There's so much to do. So
I know. It was nice to have that like break because of COVID, and now, even though it's still going on, but now we're like being hit with so much. So I was like, I want to go to the theaters all the time, but then it's like one after the next. I was like, maybe I won't go back to the theaters like all the time. It's like there's just too much to try to go see. Like I don't. Yeah. It's hard to find the time to like go watch everything, and I really wanted to, but I can't do it.
I'm for sure gonna go see Halloween Kills.
Yes.
And I'll probably go see Malignant. I don't know if I might see Venom 2. It depends on if anyone wants to go with me. If not, I'll be one I'll just probably watch at home.
Yeah.
Haddonfield Nightmare is going to be at home, obviously.
Yeah.
Chucky's at home. So at least most of them are at home, but it is a lot being thrown at us back to back to back to back, which I'm fine with.
I still have to watch A Quiet Place 2. I still have to watch
I just watched that.
The Conjuring 3. I still have to watch Candyman. Hopefully I'm seeing that Thursday because that's the day it goes out of theaters. Like,
really?
Me. Yeah, I was just like, really? Already?
That's quick.
But I know. So hopefully I can see it Thursday, and then I plan on going Friday to see Malignant. So fingers crossed I stick through with my plans. It's always like me. I say I'm going to do this, and then when the day comes, I'm like, I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to stay at home.
I feel that.
It's mostly my fault. I know, and I got to. Thursday's like my last chance to see it in theaters, really.
What if you would never have another chance to see a Candyman movie in theaters?
I know. This is what I needed. I'm going.
You got to go.
I'm doing it.
Shame says, I had so much fun tonight, you guys. Final Girls is the gym. Have a great night to both of you. See you next chat, Destiny. Love you.
Love you. Thank you for coming. It was a lot of fun. This movie is amazing.
Brandon says we should watch Black Christmas 19 just for a laugh. I'm gonna have to ban you for even bringing it up. I'm sorry. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry.
That was all. The only way I'll ever do Black Christmas 2019 is if I do all 3 Black Christmases back to back on the channel, and even then, I may choose to just not do Black Christmas 2019 because I'll probably get like 2 viewers for it.
Yeah, I don't want. I haven't seen it.
Definitely.
And I feel like out of anyone, I would be the one to enjoy it the most, you know?
Yeah.
But then again, I feel like I probably won't enjoy it just because
Have you
from
seen
what
it?
I've seen, no. Because I don't care to. I don't care for it because I feel like it makes us ladies seem not how. I don't. They had a message, and I don't think they hit it.
No, they definitely did not do a good job trying to deliver the message.
No, because not all men are bad and not all men are rapists. So don't fucking try to paint it like that because what you're trying to do to men, you're just making us look like shit too. So like,
well, the movie almost makes it seem like they're trying to say that, and then but it also makes it seem like the guys are. So it was not a good way to get the message across.
No.
But even more than that, it was like all the elements of Black Christmas they could have had in the movie are completely wasted. Like just every single opportunity. Like the opening scene is actually good, and then after that it just goes straight downhill.
Straight down. That's just disappointing.
Chris says for sure H kills for sure. Oh yeah, Resident Evil. Yes, Resident Evil's coming out soon. Definitely got to see that, and definitely Scream 5 in January. Yeah. No way would I miss Scream 5. Chris says he still needs to watch Halloween 2 or Halloween 2, Quiet Place 2. I just watched that not last night, but the night before, and man, it was definitely as good as the first one. Like it was so good. The opening of the movie was amazing.
I'm excited to watch that one. I wish I would have gone to the theaters, but I also feel like that's a movie like I don't want to be around people when I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Just because like I can't stand when anyone's noisy at a theater, but especially for a movie like this, like
yeah, I agree.
You can't fucking talk. You can't make any noise with this kind of movie. So I kind of wanted to watch it at home so I don't get annoyed by people around me.
Well, my theaters were closed when it came out, so I wasn't even able to go see it. So we just rented it and we watched it on our like theater screen in the basement last night, and it was basically like being at the theater. So it was really great.
Hell yeah.
Brandon says, "Are you all going to see Jackass Forever?" I am not going to go see Jackass Forever.
I've never seen a Jackass movie.
I don't know if I saw the first 2. I definitely saw Jackass 3 back when it came out, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't think that kind of thing really does it for me anymore.
No, that's not my. It's not my cup of tea.
Brett says, I gotta go to bed. Unfortunately, Black Christmas 19 was me and Brad's first live watch party. Why would you do Black Christmas 2019 as your first watch party on the channel, Brett?
I remember that because I was trying to find that movie to rent it to watch along because I was like, this is the only fucking time I watch it. I couldn't even find it to rent, so I was like, oops,
I think I watched
can't watch
along
the
with
movie.
that, actually.
Just can't watch the movie. Oh well.
I'll watch it like one more time, and then I'll probably watch it again. Yeah, it's not good enough to watch every time I watch. I really like Black Christmas. Love the original Black Christmas.
Love it. Yeah.
And actually, the remake, the 2006 remake, has really grown on me over the years. Like I really like it a lot.
I enjoy that one.
But the 2019 one is just not Black Christmas. Even when they do like the bag, like you don't have this like a bag kill in all of them. They wasted it. So it's just like It's Me, Billy as a fan film was 10 to 20 times better than Black Christmas 2019. Like there was no comparison.
No.
I think that should do it because I'm obviously messing people's names up and yawning and falling asleep.
I know.
So.
Usually towards the end of the streams, that's when I start to really fuck up. But that's when my words start. It's just one.
Blah. Yeah, this all gets all mashed together. Well, thank you so much for joining me again, Destiny. You're my most frequent co-host, and I love having you on the channel.
Of course, I love being here.
And I'm gonna have you back, I think, for Child's Play 1, I believe you're coming for. So I'm excited to get the Child's Play started with you. And I think Chris might join us for Child's Play 1. I'm not 100% sure. And then you're with me again for Bride. So I'm excited to do that one with you too, because that's a really fun one.
Yes.
You have to wear your Bride necklace.
I definitely will. I have to.
Yeah.
Because it's like the only. Well, I do have. Oh yeah. Okay. I was like, it's the only Chucky thing I own. I forgot I do have a Chucky t-shirt that I can wear for the first one.
Ooh.
And then for Bride, I'll wear my necklace and more of like
That's
a
perfect.
girly outfit.
Oh, I gotta find a Chucky tee. Oh, there's
Yes.
actually an amazing. I have my Halloween blanket in the background. The store has a really amazing Chucky one. I've gotta buy it for the Chucky watch-alongs. That'd be perfect.
Yes. I need a good horror blanket. I need to definitely just buy one. Because like Spirit Halloween and Spencer's, they have some really like the one behind you. I want
That's from
that one
Spencer's.
so bad.
They're so comfortable, Destiny. Like it's unreal. They're so soft.
Yes, I have to buy one this year.
Maybe you can find a Jennifer's Body one.
That would be amazing. I would love one.
They had a lot of different ones there. We were getting so many blankets. We were like, we can't have any more blankets. We have too many.
Yeah, seriously.
This was the last one I got.
I need like a couple more like smaller blankets like that because I feel like I have so many and then they just like I don't know where they go.
These are the perfect size to just throw over your arms. Like it's a nice.
Those are like my favorite little.
Yeah, they're nice and light too.
Little.
Oh, that's what we use them for. They're perfect. They're the perfect perfect blanket. Night, Brett. Night, Brandon.
Good night, Brandon. Oh.
Chris says, "I'll join if the boss says it's okay."
I guess.
We'll figure it out. I got Goosebumps Haunted Mask. Throw blanket. Ooh, that's really cool. I love that episode. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much in the chat for joining us as well. Like you guys are amazing as always, taking all this time to join us in the live streams and chit chat throughout the whole thing. Like we really appreciate it. Could never do it without you guys and all your support. So we definitely love you guys. And we hope you all have a good night. And we will join you guys in the next one.